Hello, pre-notification gang. Ooh, thanks to the resub, G Fuel Lord. Yeah, I decided to go back-to-back YouTube nights. Not a whole lot else to play at the moment. Ratchet and Clank comes out on Friday. I was going to do some Osu tonight, but it's a little late, so I'll probably just do that tomorrow, a bit earlier. Thanks to the resub, Facial Train. What about Minecraft? Yeah, true. Minecraft was an option. I didn't even think of that. Thanks to the resub, Gucci. Ugh. Thanks to the bits Easterly. Did I see that Donnie Yen is going to be in John Wick 4? I did not see that, but that is fantastic news. Donnie Yen is the kind of guy that never ages out of action. Like, he's still constantly able to deliver high-quality choreography. I love that about him. He's 57 years old. When he was doing Ip Man, I think he was 51, right? Like, it's crazy. Jackie Chan got to a point where he couldn't keep doing the stunts, but Donnie Yen is able to keep pushing it. I love Donnie Yen. He's the Prime Nightmare and resub at Cranky Guy. Username required Spoony Clock, Crypto RL, T-Bro, and the Prime Elongated Walrus. How's the OnlyFans going? I'm not going to spoil it. You'll have to wait till part 2. No, HiveMind is tomorrow. HiveMind is tomorrow at 4:30 EST. Thanks to the resub, Daniel Spack, Toast, Batrix, and Weed Rhino. New atrocity guide today? Cool. I'll check that out. Bob vs. Nintendo? Thanks to Tier 1 Jack Sob and the Prime Stealthy Twitch user. What do you mean, Koopa? Thanks for the bits, Lizard King. And the resub, Isaac Lara and Ottawa Guy. Congrats on being 6 months with no cigarettes. That's fantastic. Hopefully that also means, like, you didn't switch to something harder, like 6 months with no cigarettes now that I found heroin. Hopefully that's, like, only a good thing. Thanks to the Prime Blizz. Yes! Frederick has a new Down the Rabbit Hole. That was one I wanted to watch tonight as well. The Battle of May Island. I don't know much about this, but we can definitely check it out. Thanks to Tier 1 Cool Guy and the resub Horizon Peasant and the Prime Infinite Kevin and Bits Atlas. I heard about that, Jukebox Man. That's the whole video, Koopa? Alright, well, thank you. I'll look for it. Thanks to resub Spongy Toast. Thanks to resub Schmucking, Humbucker, and Prime Wannabe Smoke. That's sweet. Thanks, Passive. Doing alright, Disraeli. Hope you're doing well. Hive Mind's 4:30 EST tomorrow, so it's early. Thanks to resub Matt Sings. Thank you for the 5 gift subs, Barf. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Am I watching the E3 stuff tomorrow? Wait, what E3 stuff? E3's on Saturday, isn't it? Yeah, Saturday, June 12th to Tuesday, June 15th. Thanks to the resub Makaragara. And the tier 1 Monk Trash and Bit Sweeper. And resub Pukius. And resub Dandruff Dan. Yeah, I heard about the Dream Face Docs thing. Pretty fucked up, man. Thanks to the 10 gift subs Dirty Mouse and the tier 1 Anomaly Art and the Prime Luna Dumpling. The resub Sneaky Colton. I highly doubt that it's real, to be honest. Popcorn Sutton. Holy shit, this is a full movie. Thanks to the resub Sneaky Colton, Ace Slayer, Sad Boy, and tier 1 Pregnant Boy. And the resub Aladius. And the resub Captain Kush. And the resub Chocolate. Haven't seen Loki yet. I don't really get excited for Marvel shit, man. I will watch it. And I did like WandaVision, but I don't know, it's hard to get like hype for it. I will definitely check it out though, and I'll hopefully be pleasantly surprised. Thanks for resub Warrior and Hulkster. And Johnny. The washing machine destruction community. There's a whole community dedicated to throwing bricks in washing machines. Well, yeah, it's not a community though, it's just a little trend. I know exactly what you're talking about. That was pretty fast. That was probably like a 300 words per minute type right there. That was right on the money. It's just a trend. It's not like a whole community.
Not gonna let that spoil the party. Something a little heavier this time.
Thanks to the resub Gorefinger, Blist, Diet Clorox, Tony, and Sir Dan. Good name, Gorefinger. Yeah, this is a classic. It's not like a whole community though. There's just some people that do this sometimes. Thanks to resub Timbo, and resub Tyrant, Jamie, Formalax, and the Prime Bucket, and Greybeard. Thanks, resub Bean. Prime Reek. It really is impressive how fast throwing a brick in a washing machine gets it. It's like it was made for it. Thanks to resub Aether, Walfrab, Smooth Buns, and the Prime that? From Tier 1 obsolete forest. Look at this, Professor. The Battlefield trailer was cool. I liked it. I don't really understand how it's still spinning. There's nothing left. Oh, there it is. Oh, there she goes. It's like a chain chomp from Mario. Oh god, it's loose! It is determined to clean. Laser Prime, Mickey, Blue Grape, wow, this is the name, Tom Hanks officially, Anstad, and Spice.
Was a
Yeah. It's just a trend, though. It's not like a whole community, like a fetish or something. Yeah, I know about the Dream stuff. I actually thought Dream's song was pretty catchy. I like that old school style shit. I thought it was good. Not a huge fan of the animation, but that's just not really my style. I mean, I thought it was fine. Thanks to the resub Cryptid and the bits donkey. No, washing machine destruction is not a fucking fetish. It's just a trend. And it's a very good trend, to be honest. Like, it's always fun to watch. The action never stops when you put a brick in a washing machine. Thanks for resub Cole. That sounds pretty good, Donkey. Thanks to the resub Skelium and Big Gulp. That's better. Thanks resub Jermaine. Yeah, someone actually just sent that to me, Wheel. Thanks for resub Mupa. If it's not a fetish, then why am I full chub right now? I mean, I'm not your urologist, man. I don't know. I can just tell you, I don't think it's a fetish. It's just fun to watch a washing machine commit seppuku. Thanks to Prime Dirtlore and the resub Nosferatu. Hey, good to see ya. Hope you had a good trip. Thanks to Prime Real Old Billy. Yep, I've seen all of Cooking with Orders. Some 4 Eyes. This one's really going nuts. I feel like it's gonna rip open a portal through time. Holy shit. Now that it's free from its cage, it's full throttle. Oh god! What a shot from whoever threw that in there. Man just knocked down a 3-pointer there. Wow. That was good! Oh! Thanks to resub Whamit, X-Way, the Prime Fleck, and the 50 Gifties Dirty Mouse. Thank you for the huge gift subs. Whoops. Thank you, Dirty Mouse. God damn. And I know, Savior, I've actually seen that. I remember that. Congrats on graduating, Taz. That's great. Thank you so much again, Dirty Mouse. And thanks to the resub Seekin. I've seen the Skinwalker Ranch thing. Yeah, we'll do Darman a bit later. Thanks to the resub Smoking with the Gods. Have you seen 5-year-olds swimming? You need some professional help. Thousands of EVE Online players just got screwed over by one guy. I love EVE Online lore. Oh, wait, I thought this was going to be new. Isn't this about the guy that, he ran the bank, like the player-controlled bank, and then he just, decided to walk off with all the money? Yeah, I know this one. I thought this was like new shit. I've kept up with most of the big EVE events. Thanks to the 5 gift subs, Reaper. Good to see you, man. And thanks to the resub, or the gift sub, Communist Bird, and the Prime Dasty, and resub Easy Dress. No, I know what that is, Solo. I've watched it. I'm very familiar with it. Do I think we get any news on Elden Ring? No. Thanks to the resub Pappy. Do you think Valve will announce Half-Life stuff soon? No. I don't know why you would even think that. Gee, oh my god, Jesus Christ. Thank you for the 40 gift subs, Nosferatu, man. Thank you for the fucking huge drop. Jesus. Good lord. You must have had a very good trip to Florida, man. Thank you. Thanks to the Prime Metalwing and resub Derposaurus. And I'm very familiar with that methodical, but not something to watch on stream. Thanks to the gift sub Wilcox and Prime Yigo. Man eats mayonnaise straight from the jar at the baseball game. Oops. This
dude is being called Mayo Man after cameras caught him eating mayonnaise straight out of a giant jug at a baseball stadium.
What about it? Huh? You want to fight about it?
Happened during a Memphis Redbirds minor league.
Let the man enjoy his mayo.
The phone. What is he eating? Tweeted the Redbirds. A few minutes later, the team posted video.
Thank you for the 25 gift subs, sweet ass. There's resub Van Kalen and Prime Waffle and Iridescent. Resub Brew. Hey, Brew.
Mayo on his shirt. The comments on social
No, I haven't seen that. I'll check that out, Brew.
No way.
That jug of Kraft Real mayonnaise is huge. It holds a gallon inside. If you ate all of it, you'd be consuming, get this, 23,000 calories.
Oh, that's nothing.
But was he really eating mayonnaise in that video? And who is Mayo Man?
The clue came from this Twitter posting from a guy who recognized Mayo Man's face. Clint Thrasher, what are you doing? Turns out that is his name. Clint Thrasher. He works in ticket sales.
I can tell you, real quick before it ends, I can tell you his name is not Clint Thrasher. 0% chance. It's like a Marvel alias. And I think it's supposed to be a joke on like Clit Thrasher or something. I highly doubt it.
For the Redbirds, according to the team's website. So if it's all just a big publicity stunt, well, mission accomplished.
0% chance his name is actually Clint Thrasher. Hey, good to see you, Socks. Thank you for the 5 gift subs, man. Hope you've had a good day. And thanks to the resub Catfish, Ivy Doll, Thunder Bear, and Mealman Steve. Oh, this is cute. It's like something out of Beauty and the Beast. It's having so much fun. It looks like a little kid, yeah. Oh, shit. Alright, went a little too wild at the end there. That was wholesome. If it didn't die. Thank you for the 10 gift subs, Feisty Goat. Oh yeah, we didn't do Forged in Fire yesterday, you're right. Maybe later tonight. Thank you, Feisty. I was getting tired. $10 million shirt. $10 million diamond jacket. Oh, this is the guy who did the house tour for the one. The $500 million mansion. Thanks for resub, Luke. Wow, look at those. Thanks for resub, MX Drip. Wow.
Really heavyweight celebrities.
Prime
Blah, blah,
Jalapeno.
celebrities, and I'm
The
sure you'll
resub
keep that in
flying
Adam
hat.
because you always
Of
do.
course.
And he's got some amazing things. So we're going to go check out, see
Thanks
what's
for Prime,
trendy,
get
see what's
good.
happening, and see what's big and expensive. Come on, let's take a look. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
How's it going, bud?
Senor Marco.
Hey!
How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Remember Adam, of course.
Hey, Adam.
Hello, mate.
How are you?
How's it going?
Good to see you, yeah.
You too.
So everybody's seen you've been dealing with some crazy celebrities on Instagram and everywhere. It's
I haven't seen any of it, Peter.
And we'd spoken on the
He looks
phone
like he's
first,
made out of
you
wax.
know, Peter knew we were coming in. You've got some
He
crazy,
looks like a
crazy
doll.
things, and we want to see what these guys have been buying. What's trendy? What's mega expensive?
Okay.
So what have you got to show
Yeah, I
us?
just.
Thanks to gift sub
received a
Hooters
shipment
and the
this
resub
morning. I'll
480
show you.
Vic.
Yeah.
And gift
Yeah.
sub Long Neck.
I love being in this store. It's just the
I
best.
know, it feels like home. Like a
The-
really
the-
expensive home.
The flowers are the wrong colour.
Just,
Yellow. They need to be purple. But there's some purple in them.
Stop being picky.
So, oh my gosh, look at this stuff.
Is this guy a Yakuza character?
Can I touch?
I don't know, I guess.
Yes.
Close to it.
Make sure the gold doesn't come off.
You're right. I rub it hard. Oh my gosh, this is heavy.
Yeah, this is basically where it's at. And then, you know, the bigger, the more diamonds, the bigger the diamonds.
How can somebody wear this? It's so heavy.
Oh, we sell 1,000-gram gold necklaces, 1,000 grams. I mean, you know, just crazy. This one here is
Thanks to resub Shepherd
700
and
grams.
caffeine.
Adam.
Guy looks
Feel
like a
this.
Spy Kids character.
That is insane.
True.
It's crazy. And then
Just show me the
Just
fucking
put it on
jacket.
here.
Christ, I don't care about gold necklaces.
white, yellow.
Neck.
It's incredible. It looks fantastic.
Well, he just bruised me. It hit me on the chest.
Why didn't you read my donation? Why do you keep saying that? I literally just scrolled through and there is nothing from you. Are
This
you
one's
making like a
different.
meme or
We need to
something?
put something next to this to show just how thick this
See the alternating
really
now?
is.
I just
Rose
checked.
white, whereas before it was done this way.
Unless it's not
crazy.
showing up in
Yeah.
Streamlabs. We don't have to donate, man. You can just
So
type
this-
in the chat. I
little
just read
one
the
here
chat, bro.
is, how much is this? 72,000.
And now, the key to this is the locks. Like they're just, you know, the quality of the diamonds, the setting, raised diamonds so they show better.
How many diamonds in this?
Oh, God, just show me the jacket. Christ. All this filler.
Very large check here.
Cool sign. Bitcoin. Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Each.
What's the other one? Michael. Again, I can't.
Thanks to Tier 1 Emiliano and the
Wearing this
Prime
for 5
Leroy,
minutes.
Marijuana, and Resub Ratchet, and Real
It's
Little.
a pound and a half, or
Yeah.
more than a pound and a half.
I mean, that is.
Around
Timothy
your
Dexter?
neck.
No, I don't know who that
Makes
is.
you-
Yeah.
10 million.
10
Jacket.
$10 million jacket.
Let's take a look.
Let's go.
Finally, 13 minutes into
Is
it.
Silly.
Is this incredible?
Looks like shit.
Beyond incredible, Peter. This is
This is sick.
Nice, Ferranti.
your
Thank you again,
pockets-
Tell us
man.
about it.
Your
Thanks to
pockets
Tier
are
1
lined
Mac.
with a 5-row, this pocket. Each stone is over
This
1
is
carat,
super ugly.
perfectly matched. There's 150 stones there. This one here, again, all perfectly matched, all GIA certified. We did a Cuban for the zipper.
It looks like a trash bag.
Works.
It really does. It looks
And then
like
we did
a motorcycle
collar,
safety
which
jacket.
is 7 or 8 rows of diamonds going around the whole neck with a centerpiece.
How many carats total in this?
So there's over 460.
How do you
carats of
wash it?
diamonds.
You just throw it
That's
away.
insane.
And
If it gets
forget about
dirty,
the
you toss it
snakeskin
out.
Jacket, because that's free, right?
Yeah, we'll give you a jacket.
We'll give you the jacket.
Give you one for every day of the week.
This is ridiculous.
Thanks to Sub Xavier and the
publicity,
Prime
the
Hammer.
media, the newspapers, the magazines, the TV has been just incredible all over this.
So let me ask you this question. Obviously, it's a jacket, and people come in various different sizes.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
if a bigger guy came in or a smaller guy, how does that work? How do you make that?
We
The
just
beauty
kick him
of
out.
it, It's all customized. We will have the tailor come in and fit you for the jacket, totally customized. You can even have your choice of different color leathers.
Thanks to Resub Plump
We
and
will
Lion.
give you a selection of different leathers and skins, and then we will build the jacket perfectly for you and then attach the jewels permanently.
And then
Yep. Well, that's a massive waste of money.
the jacket.
We have
Does he put it
I
on?
know it's
that
it actually,
Is well, I'm pointing at your crotch saying giant weapon.
which is something
God, I keep
expect
clicking
being
that,
here.
fuck.
It's classy. You know, we'll see another. I know.
Well, that was underwhelming. That looked like absolute dog shit. Thanks to Sub Mountain Dew and Wellis and Smiles. A little bit, well. Thanks to Resub Victory Power. When we were in Miami, we went to that district that has all the expensive stores like Gucci and Versace. That shit sucks. They only let like 3 people in at a time. There's like nothing cool. It's all just really dumb. And they didn't even let us in Versace because we didn't look rich enough to spend money. So when it was our turn to go in, they just said they were closed. And that was it. So fuck those people. Thanks to the Prime Hypersplice. Hey, that's super sweet. Well, good luck in the lottery, Thule. Godspeed. The odds are in your favor. The watches were pretty cool. I agree, Danny. The watches were pretty cool. 2 of them. Thanks to Resub Ronaldo. Resub Tree Murphy. Now we're going to do Darman soon. I've already seen the hog calling contests. How LARPing saved my life. Sounds a little intense, man. I don't know about that. That sounds a bit much. Workout Guy by Magic Hugs. It's pretty vague, but sure, I'll check it out. Is this a skit?
You've all heard of the
It
countless
is a skit.
exercises, fitness, and workout plans that promise to get you in shape fast. But why go with a guarantee when you can live life
Here's a bit
on
story,
the
the
edge?
Resub Turbo
Do your
Virgin.
fucking shit and let's go! It's Do Your Fucking Shit and Let's Go by fitness extraordinaire Workout Guy. Do what you can! Based off the simple principle
That sounds about
any
right.
repetitive physical movement
Nice.
is exercise.
You basically do whatever you want.
Oh man, I'm excited too.
I recognize
No, I
this
didn't say
guy.
that.
If you're watching this right now and you're thinking that you may have missed something or that you misunderstood, you didn't.
Take the left. Get out of my garbage. Kick the shoes.
Nice. That is a good aerobics workout. Thanks to Resub Liam. Well, that makes sense, Tori. Yeah, I mean, they'd be run out of business. Have you seen the guy who stole 2 cop cars in one chase? Thanks to Tier 1 Simi. Holy shit. This is brand new. No, I haven't seen this. How does he steal 2 cop cars? Who's driving the cars? Fucking Paul Blart?
Guys, give me your speed.
And we've got the AC-130 in the air. How can they not get him? Woo! Pit maneuver.
Still south of that there one's got it if you want to call it.
Damn, this is already intense.
10-3, 10-3. Someone just pit him into the woods.
So who's this guy? Is this just a civilian? Like a vigilante? Did Bruce Wayne get out?
The 252.
Oh no, it's just, oh. It's not a police cruiser, it's one of like the police trucks.
Stop traffic. We
SUV
got plenty
things.
up here.
9 Charlie 14. I'll be in the far right lane, stopping traffic.
Shut it down. Car in the woods, can't see the driver.
Yeah, pretty rough spot to pit him. You've given him ample places to hide. We'll activate his cloaking technology.
Air 1 does not have eyes on the suspect.
Thanks, Risa Pepperoni. They're just a little long,
Everybody heads
Banuki.
up. He's trying to drive the car out of the woods.
Oh, he's still in the car.
Alright guys, we're going to get 2 shields. We're going to approach. Trying to rock the car back and forth so he's still inside.
I don't see how he squeaks his way out of this one and gets another car.
Let's pin him in.
This seems like game over. Oh, I see. I bet he gets out of his car and takes that truck. Somehow. Or he's already up in one of the trees. Thanks, Resub Gunter and Admiral. Ooh, that sounds cool, Kamina. Is he still in there, or is it a decoy now? How the fuck can he possibly get another cop car? Unless he's immune to bullets, I guess. But this is like some Bonnie and Clyde shit if he tries to make a run for it.
Y'all do not walk up on this car. We got enough people up here.
What the fuck? Well, that was easy. Don't move, because we don't feel like doing anything. Ah, shit. There he goes. Oh, boy. That's the one thing we told him not to do. We gave him one fucking order, and he disobeyed it. That is so embarrassing. They have 90 cops out there, and this dude just like waddles his way over to another cop car and steals it.
Are you kidding me?
Like, how do you not even just accidentally tase him? Or like tackle him? Thanks to Resub Wizard. And congrats, Turbo. I hope you're enjoying the job.
Air 1, follow that car. You got another car.
Maybe, Poop.
Air 1's got eyes, still northbound.
Black Cocoa K9 Explorer.
Okay, we got units coming up just south of Dunlawton. It's the only vehicle coming at you. Center lane, blue lights on.
I still can't
only
believe
vehicle,
this
about
shit.
3 seconds out.
This is really loud. It's like he fucking no-clipped his way into that police car. Ooh, they got him with the tires, or got his tires. Spike trap. He's fucked. Until he steals a police boat.
14 to whoever's calling it. You want the traffic to stay put.
Well, did it not work, or like what? I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he somehow steals this police helicopter right now.
Still northbound 95, half-mile south of Dunlawton. Half-mile south of Dunlawton.
Thanks to the resub Buttercat and the resub Long Queen and Donovan
Lieutenant
and Nick
Shank, I need to
Bob.
know if there's any guns in that car that he just stole in the front.
I can't click links.
Still
Oh,
northbound
thank
on
you to Huge
95,
30.
passing
Tell me the name
Dunlawton.
of the band.
Traffic stopped on the on-ramp for Dunlawton. Still no traffic northbound center lane.
I literally can't click links. It's not just that I won't, I just actually can't, so just tell me the name.
Which car? The Coco car?
Coco SUV, Coco SUV. In the shoulder right now.
Ticket from both Port Orange units. False ticket.
I haven't paid too much attention to the actual road here. Has there not been an exit ramp?
Ask the K9 handler from Coco.
Because he's not going to lose them on a straightaway.
Yes, there probably is.
He'd need to like go somewhere in here maybe. Maybe on a golf course.
Okay, vehicle is smoking. Vehicle smoking north of 95, or north of Dunlawton by about a half mile.
Oh, they have them
going
blocked.
into the inside lane.
Being advised that's a SWAT officer's vehicle.
Thanks to resub Swifty and Spidey.
Don't be in the same lane with him. He's going to lose debris all over the road.
Inside lane, he's starting to slow down. It's about quarter mile south of Williamson overpass.
I'm surprised he doesn't come over to this side.
Hurry up and get up here.
Like he had an opportunity back there, even up here, to just go to the other lane and try and leave through one of the exits over here. Because yeah, these are clearly blocked. There's no other cars here. But here you could totally switch.
Overpass.
X-ray 11's at 92. Does it need more sticks or no? Alright, everybody hold there. We need a K9 up here. Mike, where you at?
The guy thinks he's in Grand Theft Auto. I've seen that one. That one's a classic.
He's breaking for the median, guys. He's breaking for the median. Breaking for the median. Everybody slow down. Don't ball up here.
Oh, he's going for it. Oh, no, he's not.
It's underneath the wires. Underneath the wires. In the median.
Oh, Jesus. They've got the men in black here.
There's going to be a K9 in the signal.
Next, he burrows underground.
10-3, 10-3.
Steals the underminer's drill.
We got one thrown down on the ground.
Hey, not a bad run, though. You can't be disappointed with that. It was a great performance. Exit tier 1 feet guy in prime. Killman.
1642 hours.
Aviation's song Outliers. Sure, I can check them out. Not on stream, but I'll queue them up on my own.
Get it back here at the first scene.
What kind of band are they?
Where their vehicle into the woods. 03 Central. Send the fire department to the 252, and if there's a canine that can come.
There's going to be K9 in the signal 10.
10-3, 10-3.
He's wearing a police uniform and gets away. Can you imagine? Like, they pull him over and he's, like, completely disguised himself like an officer, and they believe him, like Hitman style. He went that way! Thanks to Prime Saf. And the resub Gekken. Haven't heard that channel in a long time, Toasty. I'm not really a big fan, though. He's CIA? It just gets deeper! His mission, steal 2 police cars to prove that the officers weren't doing a good job.
Make sure he doesn't have any weapons on him. Do me a favor, see if we can get somebody to see inventory what's in this. Yep. What is this? Now it's locked. Coco, where's Coco at? That's that blue. That's that white.
I want to know what happened. Like, why did all of this go down?
He goes to them. We're in their county. They take them. 911. We got to put them in their county. I'll say integrity. I say caller. Hey, woo! Hey, don't put him in the car.
He tried to out-pizza the Huts.
At 150. Ready to the house. Herbert, camouflage. Quiet. Edgewater. Quiet. I'm scared, Edgewater. They try to kill me.
Exit pro. Oh, he said that. But thanks, Saf.
about just about everybody else, so. No, that blue truck right now. That's gone.
Yeah, but looks like there's a little bit of blood on the
That blue truck. That blue truck. That's the police. That police. Man down in the field.
Description has the lore.
Y'all see the headlights. Y'all see the truth. They say a helicopter. 3 pilot red tails. 3 stage 2.
There's so much lore going on right now. It's a huge exposition drop.
Brady. They double take. Y'all say okay. Pull him in.
The cops should be saying thank you to him, though, for giving them something fun to do. I bet they loved it.
Y'all say catch. F-150. Bullet Bulldogs. Y'all say GML. I say God. They got who? The devil. FBI. Say CIA. DEA. Herbert. Paul. Will. Vicky. Courtney. Say Bell Cummings. Dennis Jones Cummings. Larry Baldwell.
So it started with him just stealing a police car for fun.
Yeah. Border Patrol Economics. DOT. Department of Transportation. Blue, blue, blue. Never say go. Go say true.
Yeah, what is this, like the nuclear launch codes or something? Jesus.
They say, look, it's a V&V shape. Camouflage, camouflage. It's a double take. Y'all say V. They say go.
Thanks to the 2 gift subs, Inco, and the resub Chaz and Prime Saturn.
I say soldier.
And I have not seen that, Turbo.
Billy Caps back. Y'all say blue. They say soldier. I steal. Point blue. Trap 4. Y'all say blue. I say Brevard County. Volusia. Brevard County. I say no. Flex. Shell Volusia County. No. SRX. I'll go back. Y'all kill him.
Alright, well I guess that's where this ends. Well, that was pretty wild. Does he ever explain why he did it? Because the lore update there just kind of said that he stole a police car and that's it. Just, I guess he just wanted to prove he could do it. I don't know.
First, though, Cocoa police now reviewing their policy after 2 of their squad cars were stolen by the same guy. This is.
I think they should review it at least a little bit.
And I'm Lisa
like maybe
Bell.
lock the
Thefts
doors.
leading to a nearly 60-mile cross-county pursuit yesterday along I-95. Tonight, the suspect is in jail, and police are trying to figure out how this happened.
Or
News 6's Troy
I
Campbell.
don't care how. Just tell me why he did it.
Cocoa police say their chief is looking over all of the evidence from
Thanks to
Thursday
Prime
afternoon
Swoon,
to see
and
if
the
any
resub Pick
mistakes
Soda
were made
and Prime
that
Pickle.
resulted in the man not stealing just 1, but 2
Oh,
of
that
their
could be it,
patrol
Colby.
cars. This as the suspect heard the charges he's facing.
What's the bond, man? No bond on. No bond. How's that?
33-year-old Xavier Cummings appearing in a Volusia County courtroom Friday after this dramatic 60-mile pursuit captured on
It
camera.
was a cool pursuit.
Cummings is accused of stealing a Cocoa police car.
It was pretty
and then
cool.
Jumping into a second police cruiser. New body camera footage from the Volusia County Sheriff's Office shows the commotion from the ground as the suspect takes off again.
Are you kidding me?
Another deputy can be heard the moment he finds out Cummings got away a second time.
They got him? What?
Body camera video also shows the moment an officer threw the stop stick, forcing the vehicle to come to a stop. Cummings then placed into cuffs before being taken to the Volusia County jail.
All right, we saw all that. Yes, it doesn't tell me. To be honest, like I thought the police work was fine. Like they had him completely boxed in. Like I mean, it should have ended right there. And then for some reason, according to the lore, apparently he like sprayed pepper spray, which blinded all of them briefly, and then ran to the other car. Up until that point, though, I thought they were doing fine. I mean, all they had to do was just lock the car door once they got out. I mean, I feel like that's an easy solution. Maybe the new policy should just be when you're not in the car, lock it like everybody else. But good for that guy. That's a cool story, Xavier. Fucking wild. Thanks to the resub Excalibur, Zohan, and Monk. Oh yeah, the Shark Tank Australia scam. I can check that out in a bit. Looking for shorter ones now, though. Well, that's not true. Let me see. Which one is it? They haven't really uploaded anything new recently. Not very much. Which one are you talking about? I'm sorry to hear that, Ghosting. I hope she's okay. And yeah, of course I've seen Scott. Thanks to the Prime Sheeta. And Jake. Have a good night, Pickle. Oh yeah, the man trapped inside the store. CIA Gateway? Why does it sound so familiar? Oh, wait, is this the thing? Fuck. It's the experiment where they were like actually just poisoning the people in order to try and unlock telepathy? Or not telepathy, to telekinesis? Indiegogo's like Kickstarter, but much easier to scam people. No, not MK Ultra. It was a different set of tests. We watched a video on it on YouTube Night, actually. They would strap some of the volunteers down, and they do like uranium drip on their skin and eyes or something. Going off memory from a while ago, but it was something like that. And it was in the attempt to try and get them to have supernatural powers. Thanks to the resub Zuzu Kazuzu and Bobby Hill. But no, I don't think it's this. The CIA is planning a fake alien invasion. It's called Project Bluebeam. What? It's a conspiracy? I do love conspiracies. I love the way you pitch that as if it's real. The CIA is planning a fake alien invasion. How would they even fake that? Like actors in suits? Oh god, what is that? Oh no. We need to increase government spending for alien defense. Project Bluebeam is some crazy shit? Oh, I'm interested then. Is this kind of an overview?
The CIA has acquired intelligence.
Oh no, this is something completely different. Why is there nothing here on it? This is just a music album. Let me see. I'll Google it instead. Project Bluebeam. The quest for a new world order and the rule of the Antichrist. How does anybody ever believe this shit? Just that title alone immediately tells me that there's nothing in here that is grounded in reality. Well, here's the 4 steps of Project Bluebeam. Breakdown of all archaeological knowledge. Massive space show in the sky. Well, that's nice. A little entertainment. 2-way electronic thought control. Supernatural manifestations using secret technology. Project Bluebeam technologies include the HARP weather manipulation and earthquake weapon. Is this a fucking conspiracy or a video game from Bethesda? Alien invasion technologies. Mind control and 2-way telepathic communication. Tracking technology. So far the only thing that makes sense. Cloning technology. Mob control. Jesus Christ. This guy, the author's name is really cool. His name is Aiden Brophilius. That's pretty awesome. Brophilius. Here's the reviews. The worst book I have ever read. No citations given for statistics, dates, or quotes. Alright, you already bought the wrong book if you're looking for citations. We don't do that here. We make it up. Wow, this does sound fascinating. I'm gonna keep this up. I want to read more about Project Bluebeam. Thanks to resub Krusty and the gift sub Nostalgia. And Taco and Badman and Marzuda. And no Thule. Alright, I'll chuck that out in a minute, Morality. Yeah, we already did the worst SeaWorld ride from Defunct Land. Let me go to the bathroom and fill up my water real quick, though. So give me just 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm back, team. Exit tier 1 pooping fish and resub Okafor and Doncho. Next to the Prime Crusader. Alright, so what was this one?
But there's not such a thing, Neil, as honesty this day and time.
Next resub Ashton.
Now, I can name you a couple of people that's honest. Maybe a couple.
God.
But anyway, back when I was growing up, if
he's
a
not
man
naming
borrowed, say 50 cents off you, but which was big money. Or $1. That's big money, $1. If you loaned a man $1 back in my days, back in my heydays, that was a lot of money. All right, that man told you he'd pay you
What
back
does that
on
have to do with
Saturday
anything?
morning
What are we talking about?
at 10 o'clock. You could watch your watch. At 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, by God, he'd be there to pay you. And if he
I
couldn't
have
pay
no
you,
idea what this is about.
he'd be there at 10 o'clock anyway. And he'd tell you, look here, I've had the hard luck, whatever. I can't pay you.
Thanks for some mail.
Well, that's fine. But nowadays, you loan a son of a bitch $5, you're fucked. That's
True.
just it.
I guess that's the message.
How many of them, I mean, this world went to hell in a handbasket. I'm telling it like it is. Now,
He's
there's
only
a few people in
45?
my life.
He looks like he's 18.
That's
I'm
right.
surprised to hear he's that old.
When they tell you they'll do something, they will. They owe you money, they'll pay you.
Thanks for some whiplash and
But
smokeless.
God damn, I can haul what few of them there are in a Volkswagen and it won't be crowded.
I don't know about that chainsaw.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I just watched, but that was kind of cool. Oh, wait, it's a... So what is this? Just some guy's uncle and he's like, hey, I kind of just want to make a movie about you. That was just kind of sweet. It's the 5 gift subs, Kaiser. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kaiser. Oh, he was a moonshine. He ran in like a big moonshine empire. Yeah, we might do Darman in a bit. Thanks to resub Lawwhat and Tigray. Well, that was super wholesome. Thank you for the kind words, Lawwhat. Oh, whoops. Thanks to resub Big Tuna. Oh, speaking of Wall Street bets, how's AMC doing? I haven't checked in like 5 days. Ah, it's down. It's fine. Thanks for resub Bedrock. Missouri ghost that was poisoned by toxic waste. Jesus. I misread it initially. I thought it was a ghost that they poisoned, but I see it's a ghost town. It just doesn't sound super fun. I like the Australian one though.
A combination of fast-filled nation states military to produce the chemical 2,4,5-T,
Thanks
a
for resub,
pesticide,
Clint.
which, when combined with pesticide...
Did you just change your name to that? Thank you for the resub, Clint Thrasher. You've been subbed for 5 months, and we just watched a video about a dude eating mayonnaise at a baseball game named Clint Thrasher. Are you the same guy, or did you change your name after watching this video tonight? What the fuck are the odds of that? His new video is about one of his employees quitting. I saw the title. Thanks for resub, Kingpin and the Tier 1 Grudging Wolf. Changed name? See, that's... But I think when you change your name, it resets your sub streak. I mean, I guess I could be wrong. It doesn't? Oh, okay, then it's definitely a changed name. Oh, 100%. I thought it reset the sub streak. I watch them all the time, Dante. I watch every upload. Thanks for resub, Xander. Boy believes he's the reincarnation of Lou Gehrig. Baseball's so fucking crazy. Holy shit, is that Lou?
Born to play baseball.
He just starts smoking a cigarette and chugging beer.
Some people say they've never seen a baseball prodigy like him, ever. His mom even thinks little Christian may just be the reincarnation of the legendary baseball player Lou Gehrig. In
Sounds
her new
reasonable.
book, The Boy Who Knew Too Much, an astounding true story of a young boy's past life memories, Kathy Bird writes that when Christian was just 3 years old, he told her out of the blue that he was once a tall baseball player who had a feud with Babe Ruth.
He saw a big picture of Babe Ruth on the wall.
I'm sure
and
that
got
happened.
Visibly upset by this picture and said, "Mommy, he was mean to me."
Then she says she showed him a photo of the 1927 New York Yankees, considered the greatest team ever.
And I said, "Do you see anyone in this photo that doesn't like Babe Ruth?" And he immediately pointed to a guy with dimples, and then he said, "That's me."
And he was pointing to Lou Gehrig.
To Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig's storied career was cut short in 1937 when he contracted ALS, a disease now known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Gary Cooper played Gehrig in the classic movie The Pride of the Yankees.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Flash forward to today. Christian Haupt certainly has talent, but the reincarnation of Lou Gehrig? Really?
Yeah, I don't know about that claim.
That's you.
Yes.
You do? Like Gehrig, Christian is a lefty, and his swing sure looks a lot like Gehrig's too.
Ah, you mean a normal baseball
So
swing?
Intriguing, Hollywood producer Devon Franklin, who made the hit religious theme Miracles from Heaven starring Jennifer Garner,
What?
wants
What
to
is
turn
that?
Christian's story into a movie. Do you
That'd be the most boring movie ever.
will think you're crazy?
What?
Okay, well, as a mother, when your son comes to you and emphatically declares
What's the
that
movie?
he was this person and
Hey,
has
I'm a
details to
reincarnated baseball
substantiate
player.
it, it's hard to deny that.
Okay. Hey, good for the mom though. She's out there on the grind. Using her kid for fame. Let's go. Thanks to the Prime Zerlite. Thanks to the Prime Assassin. It's literally your job to deny that? Are you talking to me or her? Like, what do you... I don't know who that's directed at. I mean, I guess it could be either one of us, I suppose. Thanks to the Prime Prom Bell and resub Skittle and Phil. There's a trailer for the... Wait, so he actually did make it a movie? What's it called? There's a trailer for it? I want to see it. Thanks to resub Coyote, the Prime Floss. Would you ever collab with Darman? Oh, I'd fucking love to. Like 4 months ago, one of the Darman casting agents sent me an email asking if I'd be interested, and I said yes, and then I never got another response. The Boy Who Knew Too Much? Official book trailer. It's not exactly the same. I mean, I'll still watch it, I guess. Let me see.
I literally sat down thinking I'll riffle through this and give her an endorsement quote so I can get it off my to-do list. And like 2 hours later, I'm still turning the pages and I finished and I went, oh my God, this book is amazing. It is a true story about a young boy named Christian Haupt who was born with a natural talent for baseball.
He's the Prime Crusher. Whoa!
At the age of 2, Christian began sharing memories of a past life as a baseball player.
Doesn't that go against reincarnation theory directly?
Baseball player.
Yeah, one day you're going to be a tall baseball player.
No, I was a tall baseball player. Tall like Daddy.
Do you remember how you died?
Kid's a fucking liar.
My body stopped working.
And then what happened?
I became Kristen.
How you
My
died?
body stopped. I became Kristen. I picked her to be my mommy.
Do Do you remember where you were when you chose
Thanks
her?
to resub Cheeto.
In the sky.
Why did you choose? What the fuck was that look he gave her?
Uncanny Revelations, Christian's mother,
What did you say to you?
Sacred journey
You
of
harpy?
discovery that would shake her beliefs to the core and forever change her views on life and death.
I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for. Thank you.
Oh my god, he's even tatted up. Thanks to resub Haley. And Cheeto. Major horse shit. I think there's no doubt that the mom is feeding the kid information in order to sell a book.
The way you choose to play this game called life.
Like, I mean, I think it's painfully obvious. This is apparently from last year, so I wonder how he's doing.
Coming up, children who say they've lived past lives. Could this boy have lived a past life?
Classic Dr. Oz.
Lou Garrett.
Thanks to resub Batman, Subby, and Haley.
We investigate the phenomenon of past lives and the children who say they've lived them. Like a toddler.
We're laughing.
Okay, I don't feel like watching fucking 10 minutes of Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz is probably one of the worst things to happen to major network television in the last couple decades, I'd say. I like Bo Burnham a lot. I think he's great. Makes it tier 1 Jesse. Explain? What about Dr. Oz being dog shit? That guy preaches like not only the worst pseudoscience of all time, but sometimes just outright dangerous beliefs. Like he platforms the dumbest shit imaginable, and yet he's also a real surgeon. Like I think he still actively performs open heart surgery. So to me, he knowingly promotes this garbage for financial gain to gullible people. I think there's 0% chance he believes any of it. It's literal scams. Thanks to tier 1 ASAP Abe and the resub Squilliam and the Prime Erroneous. Dr. Oz did your grandpa's heart surgery, did he? Does your grandpa now talk about how herbs can heal everything and how you shouldn't wear deodorant anymore? Thanks to resub Aaron. I hope he did a good job though. Apparently he's a great surgeon, but an actual con artist. Yeah, I forgot Chivalry 2 fully came out yesterday. I will definitely be playing it because I enjoyed it a lot. Did you hear about the woman who believes the COVID vaccine and 5G will magnetize you? It's not just one woman that believed that. What are you talking about? That was huge for a while. That was big. I don't think it still is, but it was. It wasn't just like one crazy person. A lot of people have talked about him. Good to hear John Oliver shit on him. I'll take anyone shitting on Dr. Oz. I think that's great. Thanks to the Prime Sleepy Ghost. Apartments? Nah. Yeah, we can do the new atrocity guide. Well, actually, give me a minute. Let me do a few more shorter ones and then we'll do the atrocity guide Nintendo one. I did see the new Battlefield trailer. I thought it looked very good. I love that they included the Zook in it. That's what it's... They still call it that, right? Fly straight up, jump out, rocket another jet, jump back in. They call it Zook still, right? They haven't changed that? The Rindezook. Thanks to resub Red Panda. Thanks to Prime Wax Packs. Search up Big Boobies. My man. Nope. Oh, thank you for the 25 gift subs, Maxon. Thank you, Mac. Jesus. Thank you for the generosity, man. Thanks to the Prime Pinku. Yeah, I know. I still have the Fred video up here. I'm saving the longer ones for a little bit later. Special Forces attacked by Giant. A strange beast. Oh, you talking about the Mr. Ballin one? He usually just tells the story without showing it. Is this the same video or the same instance?
After, like, it was just kind of cool. Then the ramp opened, the back of the plane opened, and we all got out, and we're inside of this very well fortified base. You know, we're safe in here. And immediately I was struck by the just stunning beauty of the landscape. And I remember looking out at all these snow-covered mountains, and I remember thinking, like, how is this a war zone? This is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. I don't think I really appreciated just how foreign of a place.
Okay. I'll pass on that. I don't know if I want to watch 14 minutes of the storytelling. Rather just see it. Dancing cockroach shoe commercial. Psst, sounds awful. Complete Control versus Bombshell? Is that a BattleBots thing? Jesus Christ. It is BattleBots. Have we seen this one? Even without the drone. Fire burns the wires. True, but it's also just hard to make it work though. Because you have to get right up on it. Yeah, I've seen the battle. You know, I'll just watch the Battlefield trailer on stream. I've already seen it, and I think it's good, but I'll just watch it on stream, so that way people know that I've watched it. Like, I actually did like it. Teach robots to airbend? Oh, we'd be fucked. DMCA for sure. That's a legitimate concern. Do they play any DMCA-able songs or something? Like Grateful Dead? Just their Battlefield music? I'm getting overwhelming yeses to that. It's a Motley Crue remix. No point in risking it then. Makes the Prime French. Thanks, Neil. BattleBots Helichopper. It's an insane banned bot. The most controversial BattleBots fight ever.
I'm being told that singular blade is up from 40 to 50 pounds. I mean, that sounds good and all, but what can
that seems pretty normal.
Like Beta, who's got so much armor, Kenny?
Victor Soto really wants to climb up that wedge and disable Beta's hammer, just like Tombstone did back in 2016. It's a tough strategy, but we'll see if he can pull it off.
Yeah, I can hear someone talking in the back. I think he pirated this, so it's promoting a piracy site, which is fine. I mean, whatever. Probably not on stream smokeless. You should build a battle bot. I want to. I've wanted to build a battle bot and actually compete with it.
Let the mock battle begin. Rotator's weapon ramping up the speed. Peter tried a little box.
This doesn't
rush,
seem
wanting to
like too
dictate the
crazy
pace
of a
early,
bot.
Trying to line up that hammer shot. Oh! And Peter rams Rotator with that giant front
Thanks for
wedge.
resub, damn it,
Now
Jared.
delivers him into the battle box. Sparks flying as Rotator's blade makes contact with the battle box floor.
Gotcha, buddy.
Rotator has to be careful to not let
The
Beta
one
rush them
below the
around
video
too
you sent,
violently
what are you
here,
talking
Chris.
about?
We've seen horizontal spinners catch a blade on the floor and blow themselves up before.
45 seconds into this fight. When's Beta gonna fire that hammer? It is so explosive.
Yeah, Beta
So
definitely
which
choosing
one's
to
the
bide their
banned
time
bot?
with that
I have to
hammer.
imagine
They've
it's
got
this
the wedge
one.
working right now, Chris.
Rotator's disc against itself.
Exactly what I was
None of
talking about.
these? Well, why is that called the most controversial BattleBots fight? This is the one?
Hello everybody. Recently I uploaded Hypershock vs Ultraviolent,
Exit tier 1 low
which at the beginning I said that Helichopper was disqualified
Yeah, we
due
talked
to
about that,
concerns
Jackson.
relating to the speed of its weapon. So in the comment section of
At
this
least I thought we
video,
did.
some people suggested that Helichopper
An
wasn't
agreed
just
Tory.
disqualified due to safety concerns, but there was more to the story in some ways. A lot of people were also really interested in Helichopper, and us
Can
a
I
lot
see it in
of
action?
Peter didn't like to go right, and
I just want to see
then
it.
suck Peter's arms open.
Holy shit. That looks like it would fuck the... Oh my god. That would be unbeatable. That's like one of the things they use to do G-force simulation and training for astronauts and pilots. Oh my... Jesus Christ! See, I wish BattleBots would allow anything like this. So that way we could see like some crazy fucking machines. But BattleBots has such strict rules. And I don't see why, they're just drones. Like they're just little RC cars. Like no one's gonna get fucking hurt.
In the video, we hit about 2,100 RPM, or about 450 miles per hour.
That's
then
crazy.
After about 3 minutes, a speed controller fried. We went back to the pits, 2 hours to our fight, in a mad scramble to fix the speed controller. You kick back to the teams would be fair, since the prize money kept getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, maybe someone asked me what I'd do with $1 billion, and I talked about doing the animation studio with all the Japanese animators that make absolute dick, like they don't make enough to fucking live and they're mistreated like shit. I would do that, and then make a BattleBots competitor where it's no holds barred, nuts to butts, the best team that comes up with the absolute best killer bot wins. Which is how I think it should be. Like, if you're not smart enough to come up with something like Helichopper, you don't deserve to win. There shouldn't be such strict regulations. My only rule would be no bullets. You can't make a Gatling gun, like a mounted turret. Thanks for resub, Space Cowboy. Would you have a weight limit? Fuck no. Why? What would be the point? I'd have a height limit though. I wouldn't want them to make something that's like 6 feet tall. So I would have a height limit. And that'd just be for the pure sake of I don't want like parts flying through the glass and killing spectators. But that'd be about it, really. Okay, actually, maybe projectiles would be a little unbalanced. It'd all be projectiles. Now that I'm thinking about it, huh? Yeah, railgun, laser. Okay, maybe you might be right. Maybe we'd have to just say no projectiles. It'd have to be like melee. I'm back. Thanks, resub CJ, and just shit my pants. Right. Let me just talk about that. So many different strategies from the chat that they believe are OP, right? I saw liquid nitrogen a lot. I saw like nets and strings. Like there's a lot of strategies you're already coming up with tonight, which is significantly more than exist in BattleBots right now. In BattleBots, there's really only 3 main weapons. There's the spinning saw, the drum, and the hammer. Occasionally like a flipper and occasionally like a grip. You have like 5 meta like weapons. That's about it. The chat already, with like the lack of restrictions I was talking about, have come up with like fucking 20 that would be really strong. And I think that's what would make it so much fun. So you'd have all of these crazy bots, and then you'd have to outsmart them with like a good defense against it, right? Like I think that's what would make it much better. So it's not just the same fucking bots all the time. No, that bot died on like the first 9 shots that landed. It was dead. It was spitting parts everywhere. Well, how does this bot lose then? Brutus versus Lockjaw. Thanks to Prime Suicide Pet.
It's robot fighting time! In the red square, if it were a James Bond film, it would be called The Bot with the Golden Guns. Their opponent...
Hold on, let me just skip. I imagine it just immediately blasts it into oblivion again. Oh, it doesn't have the guns! Well, now it's just boring. And we have BattleBot ASMR, which is it's cool, I guess. You see what I mean? You see what I fucking mean? And now imagine our BattleBots. Yeah, it looks like the Logan Paul Mayweather fight. It sounds just like one of the music videos without the music. Yeah, so they must have banned the guns. Fucking shame. Thanks to the resub Sunday driver. Thank you. Alright, we'll watch Atrocity Guide now.
Hi, I'm Bob, the developer of Bob's Game.
It's December of
Hey, Bob.
2008, and 25-year-old independent video game developer Robert Poloni has locked himself inside a dimly lit Viridian-colored room, where he intends to stay for 100 days. On his website, he's calling it a Japanese-style protest, tailored to a specific Japanese company. A live stream documents
he doesn't like
Poloni as he
Nintendo
sits in front
either,
of
huh?
an old
Good
desktop
man.
PC, working thanklessly on the game which has claimed the last 5 years of his life and will claim many more. An
Love you, Cool
autobiographical
Sans.
RPG he's eponymously titled Bob's Game.
Welcome to Bob's
Oh, this is
An LED
intense.
strip above him switches from marking the duration of his
Why is there a tarp
protest
on the floor?
to calling out to the one person Poloni believes can prevent his work from being in vain.
My name is Reggie. I'm about kicking ass. I'm about taking names. And we're about making games.
Public humiliation,
Reggie's so fucking
ridicule,
cool.
self-sabotage. Poloni is willing to endure it all if it will only get his game noticed by the company he's idolized since childhood.
Reggie was too good for
Appeals to come to
Nintendo.
his senses are ignored, and his supporters can only watch in astonishment as even the game itself becomes a vehicle for Poloni's frustrations. This is Bob's Game, the Nintendo title that wasn't.
I am Bob, creator of Bob's Game.
This is weird. He had like a tarp in his room that made it look like a place Dexter would kill people. This man really hates Nintendo. Like, I'm doing my part. Like, I haven't bought a Nintendo product in about a year, but fuck. I don't know if I'd lock myself in a
Bob's Game seemed to
room
appear
for
from
100 days
nowhere
and shit
in the
on the
summer
floor.
of 2008, when a video showing footage from an unreleased game was uploaded to YouTube. A dark-haired sprite emerges from his home, walks
Thanks,
down the
Reese, of Ultra Big
sidewalk,
Bubble.
crosses an intersection while a car waits for him to pass, and explores a densely populated town. Buildings open up to detailed interiors. Queues of NPCs line up at cash registers, each appearing to go about their own business.
This is
Beyond
RPG
the
Maker?
city square, the sprite follows a tree-lined
Selling it for
path
60
toward
bucks
a
on
school,
Steam?
all to the tune of
For
an
20 minutes of
overworld
work?
theme reminiscent of the MIDI-based soundtracks of the 90s. The trailer ends with Robert Poloni, the game's sole creator, silently introducing himself in the reflection of a Nintendo DS.
This is
The consensus
fucking
was that the
weird.
game seemed charming and lovingly crafted, and only a little more than a week after uploading, the trailer had been viewed over 100,000 times.
Wow,
enough
that's
to
not
rank
bad
in
at
the
all.
YouTube gaming
Holy
charts.
fuck.
For Poloni, this was confirmation that people actually wanted to play his game.
I can't believe I've never heard of this.
15,000 hours of solitary work he'd spent to create the assets, environments, and 65 tracks of music that made up the soundtrack had been justified.
When I started, I didn't have any programming experience with game
Tier 1
development
Blink
or anything
and
like that at all.
Resub
No
Pinlo
pixel art
and
experience,
Prime
no
Evan.
music tracking experience. The only thing that I did have was I took a class in high school, which was introductory C++, like text input output kind of stuff. I kind of always had this idea for, in my mind, you know, the perfect game, which was kind of something set in modern times, suburban life, not dragons, fantasy, magic, any of that kind
Yeah,
of
that's
thing.
some nerdy
Poloni
shit.
could be found on various
Not like
message
cool
boards
real
answering
life,
questions and participating in
where we
discussions
have
surrounding his
hamburgers
game. People
and
were eager to
birds.
see more. While his trailer was evocative, core gameplay mechanics were difficult to determine, and requests for more be later released by larger publishers after gaining a cult following, a precedent that many suggested Poloni follow. From early in its development, Poloni made it clear that his game was intended to be played on a Nintendo console. He'd even loaded the game onto a homebrew Nintendo DS cartridge for his videos.
Check it out. World premiere. Right
That's
here.
pretty cool.
When is the world premiere?
That is pretty impressive.
I want to
His
get
game
it
looks
published
empty
on the
though.
DS mainly because of the satisfaction of
Like
having it
post-apocalyptic.
manufactured, Poloni wrote. I know it's not the most profitable medium. I'll make $1 or $2 a copy instead of the 5 or 10 I can make online. There's just something about seeing something I worked on for so long in a shrink-wrapped box, even if it's buried in a bargain bin at Walmart. But there was an obstacle, one which Poloni that would ultimately overshadow the game itself, alienate him from his supporters, and potentially sabotage his efforts at becoming a licensed developer.
I didn't know Nintendo had a bad rap. Oh, you don't play Smash Bros, I see.
In December of 2008, Robert Poloni began what he called a 100-day Tensai sit-down protest. He lit his room with green lighting and taped a webcam to his ceiling to record himself as he worked, which was live-streamed to his website. I cannot leave this Viridian room,
This
he
looks
wrote.
really fucking
The door
weird.
is locked and barricaded from the outside. I am sleeping behind the camera, and yes, I've got a shower.
What does this
Food
do,
is
though?
delivered
What?
once a week by a friend.
What, Nintendo's
When
gonna see this and be like,
Nintendo
okay,
decides to
guess we
approve
have to
my
give him a
developer
kit now.
license application,
This guy looks
I will
sane.
leave the room. This is my 100-day protest to Nintendo. Robert supplied his viewers with a mailing address to Nintendo's Senior Director of Project Development, as well as a link to Nintendo's support forum, urging them to get the software development kit into his hands so Bob's game could finally become the DS title it was meant to be. But predictably, all attempts were met with silence. Some video game journalists attempted to use their connections to reach out to Nintendo on Poloni's behalf, but even they couldn't evoke a response. Poloni didn't know the reason for Nintendo's inaction, but he suspected conspiracy. Maybe someone deleting his emails before they could reach the appropriate executive.
Bob's game is too
or
powerful.
Even jealousy that he'd
We have
made
to stop
Bob's
it.
game and they hadn't. Can I fly there and negotiate? Poloni wrote. I asked that already. They don't know. The only real tools I have on my side are dedication and determination, so I'm using those. This is a sort of person I challenged myself, and I'm quite serious about it. His live stream was largely uneventful and typically only showed Robert at his desk working on Bob's game, often in costume.
Christ.
But where things got truly
This is
strange were
fucking
his blog
strange,
posts.
yeah.
A couple times a week, he'd write
It kinda
an
looks
update
like,
counting down
avoiding
to
the
day
puddles room.
100, which would also be tracked on the LED strip above his workstation. His posts were angry and full of bravado about his game. Some were oddly threatening, as Poloni seemed to think the more publicity his protest received, the more it would damage Nintendo's reputation. To many watching, the red flags of a hoax or bizarre viral marketing campaign were going up. But Poloni explicitly stated that this wasn't the case, even complaining that people weren't taking him seriously. As the protest continued, Robert's grasp on reality seemed to weaken. He'd write a post calling himself a genius and the greatest.
Let me read this. There is nobody like me. Oh, he's going full Reddit nice guy. This is like one of those texts they send to the girl that turns him down. Christ. I'm far better than Miyamoto, Itoi, Kojima, Carmack, and Wright combined. See, I also think it's just kind of a troll, right? Like, there's no way he'd type that earnestly. Dude made something called Bob's Game, where we still haven't even seen a single other character in the world. It's just him moving around Pokemon houses. I definitely feel like this is it was supposed to be just like a ARG or a troll or something. I stand alone on a mountain no other has even dared to climb. I've swam across the ocean only cruise ships could cross. I have walked through the desert of no return. I have stepped in the footprints of none, a path never taken. I have made history, and his karma speaks for itself. That's powerful. That's like the Independence Day speech. Like, this absolutely doesn't sound like someone doing this seriously, right? But we're only 10 minutes into this. It must get very deep.
Developer to ever live,
Thanks for
claiming
some
his
bacon
game
and
must have
Tyrannosaurus.
humiliated Nintendo's
Prime
team
mad.
of engineers. I have swam across the ocean only cruise ships could cross. I have walked through the desert of no return. I have made history, and history cannot be undone. He would later apologize to Nintendo in his fans force outburst, only to then write an even more outlandish post, demanding the development kit or else he
I'm
would
sorry,
take his revenge.
but if you don't give me this, I am gonna
Post
fuck you
like,
up.
I will crush you into dust and flush away the ashes like any other filth, began to
yeah.
resemble a professional wrestling promo.
True,
He would write something
WrestleMania.
unexpectedly sincere and vulnerable, such as this post about how much Nintendo as a brand has meant to him his entire life. How Bob's game was made only for them, and he couldn't bear to release it any other way, only to negate it by writing that he was going to destroy them simply for his own enjoyment.
He keeps writing all this stuff, saying like, "This will work. Reggie will hear me," and it's it sounds the writing sounds like it is coming from a crazy person. Like there's nothing rational about anything that's being typed, and it sounds like the sort of guy that is eventually going to hurt himself or kill someone else to get Reggie's attention. Like that kind of crazed stalker John Lennon scenario.
People weren't sure how to interpret what was happening to Robert Poloni, but whatever it was hard to imagine it would result in being granted Nintendo developer status. So what exactly was Poloni thinking?
He's a prime monkey butt.
As desperate as Poloni's 100-day protest may have seemed, the conditions weren't drastically different from how he'd been developing Bob's game since its 2003 inception. In order to remove any distractions, Robert would often break his cell phone and seal himself inside his apartment, plastering—
Oh fuck, I didn't get to finish reading that. Why do I hate Nintendo? Well, besides just online being dog shit, like they genuinely treat the people that support them the most like ass. The entire Smash community, like for the entire existence of the community, has been constantly shit on by Nintendo. Actively. They do the best they can to go out of their way to shut the entire community down. They're really rude to the people that really love their games. Splatoon community as well. They over-enforce their IPs to an absurd degree where even a fan project or fan art often gets hit with their cease and desist. There was also that period on the internet where you couldn't upload Nintendo game footage without getting a copyright strike on YouTube. Twitch streamers couldn't stream Mario Kart for a while because they would take down the channels. Like, they're awful. Like, it really is a company that hates the people that likes their games, man. Like, they're bad. They make good games, but they're fucking shit. Thanks to the Prime, Nioto. Damn, man. Even fucked up his cell phone.
Apartment, plastering the walls around his workspace with notes and words of affirmation. To keep myself inside and focused, Poloni wrote, I screwed some boards across the door to make it annoying to open, covered it in black plastic, and piled up everything I wasn't using against it. I stayed inside for sometimes over a month or two. The main themes in Bob's game took a while to evolve, with its earliest iteration being tentatively titled Zeldrug, which was meant to be, quote, like Zelda but with guns and drugs like Grand Theft Auto. Slowly, the idea morphed into something more recognizable to its current form, with the graphics being built in a tile editor his childhood friend had programmed for him. Under its second title,
cute.
Button Mash, it would be similar to a role-playing game.
Highly inefficient, but that's adorable.
Explore, but with the traditional battle sequences replaced with mini-games, homages to classics like Tetris, Super Mario Bros., and Pong.
I kind of wanted to make something more based around exploring, more based around talking to people. You kind of have to have some action element to it and some kind of skill building element to it. Instead of the battles, I tried to do minigame challenges along with quests and along with the talking to people and problem solving.
By the time the idea was fully realized,
well, the game has everything.
It had become Bob's game.
It's the only game you'll ever need.
Nintendo began in early 2008. Poloni showed a company representative Bob's game running on a DS, and they'd agreed to meet at the upcoming Game Developers Conference, an event which would become an annual pilgrimage for Robert. But the meeting didn't go as he'd hoped. His game was buggy, and the representative appeared unimpressed.
King of
he
slapping
asked me
knockouts.
if I would be willing to work with my own team within Nintendo, Poloni wrote. Without even considering it, I immediately said no. Despite still inviting Robert to apply for developer status, the Nintendo representative told him, sadly, I don't think your game will ever be released. Months later, as Poloni was weeks deep into his protest, press outlets and fans assumed that Robert had either gone crazy with frustration or was attempting to drum up publicity for his game. But the game no longer seemed to be the focus. Poloni himself and his grievances with Nintendo had replaced it. Attempts to link the protest to the game, such as Poloni referring to Reggie Fils-Aimé, the president of Nintendo of America, as you,
he's gonna fucking Gangnam Style on Reggie or on Robert.
And Nintendo's continued silence was confirmation that whatever Poloni was attempting simply wasn't working. After only a month, the Bob's Game livestream ended with his workspace completely trashed. It was foolish of me to think Nintendo would hear my pleas.
It was. That was really dumb.
They're just another heartless corporation only interested in the biggest profits.
It took you 100 days of living in your own filth to realize that.
In the debris. Posters from the Select Button forums were concerned. One even called the police, who soon showed up to Poloni's house. After rousing Poloni from the floor, the police insisted he put a disclaimer on his website stating the suicide was a hoax, to which he complied, even releasing a video of himself staging it all. And the following day's headlines would read, Bob's Game creator raided by the police while faking his own death on webcam.
Hi, I'm Bob, the developer of Bob's Game. We're in New York City, where we're going to the one and only Nintendo World Store.
Hopefully Reggie's
the
there.
Nintendo DS. This is the developer of Bob's Game, sole developer.
Although Poloni had abandoned his Tensei-style protest, he continued tracking the days since it began, foreshadowing something on day 100. For day 50, Poloni, his friends, and a few hired models that he'd found on Craigslist showed up at the Nintendo World Store with handfuls of posters advertising his game, which they taped along the store's exterior and
If I saw one of those posters,
cards
I'd probably
which they
play
seemed
it.
to dump on the floor or attach
Expecting
to
it to be
other
fucking
games, and
horrible.
homemade boxed copies of his title that they lined along the shelves.
Poster here? Yeah, do it. Bob's. Oh. Bob's Game.
Naturally, he was kicked out.
Alright, guys, you gotta go now. You gotta leave now.
Yeah, we're customers.
Okay, you gotta leave now.
We're buying a DS.
It's clear Poloni intended this performance to be seen as part of his self-described protest, but it came off as more of a tantrum. He's exchanged his game development ambitions for fleeting e-celebrity status, wrote video game journalist Griffin McElroy. His website, meanwhile, showed no signs of slowing down. Abducted by aliens, kidnapped by the Yakuza, Bob seemed determined to escalate the absurdity.
What is this? Oh, now he's starting to RP a little bit. Wow, okay. What the fuck? So he's been abducted by the Yakuza and aliens. Man, this guy can't catch a break. The game is too powerful.
Seemed determined to escalate the absurdity until he either tuckered himself out or Nintendo answered his call. And sure enough, after 25 weeks since he'd first submitted Bob's Game to their director of project development, Poloni finally managed to elicit a response from Nintendo. Although they had been, in Poloni's opinion, mysteriously stalling his application, perhaps because they were, quote, insanely jealous that they didn't think of it first. On February 5th, Poloni received Nintendo's official decision. We have completed our evaluation of your application. Poloni received
Unable to yeah, I'll let her read
Nintendo's official decision. We have completed our evaluation of your application and are unable to offer your company authorized developer status at the present time.
Music to my ears, am I right, Bob?
Insult was added to injury when the letter was compared to the letter at time.
They hit him with an automated message. Damn, ain't that just the worst? Dag nabbit. What in tarnation? Nintendo can't even take a second to play Bob's Game? A game where there's no one else but Bob in it? Come on now. Yeah, this looks like just a stock response.
The rejection letter read. Insult was added to injury when the letter was compared to the letters of other developers who'd been rejected by Nintendo, revealing it to be an identical template rejection.
Fucking
Poloni
sounds horrible.
didn't take the
I'll
news
pass.
well.
Nintendo. Why? There's no way this was the real Nintendo. It couldn't be. At that
Thanks, the
moment,
resub
it hit
Sydney.
me.
A little bit
Finally
big.
understood
Kinda looks
the
like
real
it.
truth.
Thanks, the resub cheese.
Suddenly it was clear. That wasn't the real Nintendo. They were imposters.
Uploads to his YouTube channel showcase new footage of Bob's Game, which began developing a fictional universe that portrayed Nintendo as an evil corporation hell-bent on stifling lone indie developers, with the game's protagonist as the...
What's up? You have to go out? Oh, you have to go out? Okay. Hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry to blue ball you. Blame Tetra. I'll be back in just 1 second. I'm coming. Hold on 1 second. Okay, now I'm back. Thanks to resub Moon, Cody Keen, and give sub Full Metal. And the resub Squids. Hold on. Okay. Thanks to resub Joe Rock, Limited, Lion, and the Prime J.
The heroic martyr who was here to expose them.
I had no choice. This was fate. For I held
Resub
the only weapon with
Call
the
Me
power
and
to defeat this evil. The greatest game ever made. Even armed with this legendary super game, I knew it wouldn't be easy. I was facing an army of millions of brainwashed children, held captive under the spell of tyranny, cast by the diabolical sorcerer Miyamoto.
No!
Because no
Not
one
that
besides
guy.
Poloni had ever played Bob's game, it was impossible to know if these scenes were a recent addition inspired by his rejection, or something.
This is kind of adorable. Even through it all, after faking a suicide on his Nintendo protest livestream, getting rejected by Nintendo, hating Nintendo, he couldn't bring himself to hate Reggie. Reggie was still innocent. He was being controlled by the evil Nintendo overlords. Reggie really was just such a good guy, like a really positive figure.
Know if these scenes were a recent addition inspired by his rejection, or something separate altogether, and it seemed Poloni didn't wish for people to discuss it.
There's the 5 gift subs, Jay Harv. Thank you, Jay. Thanks to the resub Aloha.
Although it wasn't hard to empathize with Poloni's disappointment, his behavior made it much easier to understand Nintendo's decision.
He is as much of a nut job as this thing makes him sound. Yeah, I would go dark on that guy too.
And while it was obvious that much of what Poloni
Thank you,
posted
Stainless.
during this time was little more than histrionics, the vitriol he had for Reggie and Nintendo seemed genuine.
Tier 1 Jamin.
And it was determined that what Poloni would be calling Stage 100, or the 100th day of his protest, would fall on the opening day of the 2009 Game Developers Conference, where many high-level Nintendo executives would be present.
The system exists to play games. Games created by Nintendo and games created by you.
That's a goddamn lie.
I am very serious.
None of my games are
Poloni
on there,
wrote
Reggie.
his website.
Where's
I'll
Bob's
see you
game?
there on day 100, Reggie. A poster on the Select Button forums contacted the security at the Game Developers Conference, warning them
There's
that
a Prime
Robert
Game
Poloni
Bacon,
might, quote, go all
Scar,
Columbine or
and resub
something, or
Stainless
at the
Steel.
very least try and make
I'm not
a
gonna
big
play
scene.
Bob's game.
And when Poloni arrived at the convention, he was apprehended by security and taken into a conference room for questioning. He explained that what he was doing was a, quote, real-time internet soap opera protest. They searched Poloni's bags for weapons and found nothing, but would only allow him to attend the Nintendo keynote presentation with a security escort.
And all of you here in this room have also kindly supported Nintendo as software developers. And
Oh, that's gotta hurt
gameplay.
to hear that.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, we appreciate all you have done.
He is
Poloni
rubbing
kept
salt in the
emailing
wound and
Nintendo,
then pissing in it.
alternating between angry and apologetic
It's gotta
letters,
hurt.
all to no response, until he found that they'd eventually blocked his email address. At this point, Robert seemed to realize that whatever he was attempting had failed.
At a point, I am going to expect
Maybe
this
tier
to
one
just
bullets
turn out to be
and
like
bits
a
Burinza.
guerrilla viral ad campaign for Doritos or something. Just because
that would be the best possible outcome, I think, really.
Because it's seeming like more and more absurd, weirdly staged and absurd, and the things that the guy is saying have become kind of nonsense.
He began dropping the pretense. Although he'd previously denied it, Poloni admitted that his website was in fact a viral campaign. But it wasn't targeted toward potential players. The 100-day protest was, in Poloni's words, a second pitch to Nintendo. Bob was hoping to make up for the unsuccessful presentation he'd given at the developers conference a year prior by doing something more memorable, more exciting. In an email to his Nintendo contact, he told them to be on the lookout for, quote, something big, something important and original.
What a great plan to make them afraid of you.
Lure Nintendo's executives
and consider you a psychopath.
Real-world extension of the Bob's
Oh,
game
you were just kidding?
fictional
Okay,
universe.
we'll take your game.
One which combined product and process into a single experience, with himself not only as the creator, but a character inside the game.
But to you, Bob had become completely insane. A villainous madman that delusionally believed he was on a crusade for justice, bringing down the evil Nintendo.
Thanks for Prime, Eddie.
Is he serious?
It was a ploy so convoluted it was doomed to fail from the start. But the crux was that the core identity of Bob's game was that it was made by Bob, and Bob alone. And he couldn't pitch the game to Nintendo without also pitching himself as the creative mind behind it. But nothing was coming across as he'd intended, and hadn't since the beginning. Despite this, Robert seemed upset that no one wanted to give him credit for what he'd done. In an email to video game press outlets, Poloni wrote, "It saddens me that Angry Developer Litters is considered more newsworthy than Angry Developer was actually a really cool, elaborate, viral campaign that fooled everyone."
BobsGame.com is a viral advertisement. It always was.
Amidst it all, questions persisted. What about the
And
game?
what a good advertisement it
was Poloni
was.
still intending to release it?
Yeah.
Was there even a game to begin
Fuck
with?
yeah.
This very question was posed by friend and fellow game developer Tim Rogers, who asked
I thought that
Poloni
was
where
Max
the trolling
Mofo.
stopped
Is that
and
not
reality
Max?
began. It stops in that there is actually a game, Poloni said, and it's actually pretty good. And true to his word, in March of 2009, a playable demo for Bob's game was released on Poloni's website.
Whoa! And did we love it, huh?
The demo was only playable on a Nintendo DS emulator and featured about an hour and a half of gameplay. It opens with the game's protagonist having just moved into a new house with his parents and 2 siblings, navigating through mazes of moving boxes to collect items and trigger events before branching out into the world. The minigame challenges were difficult, perhaps too difficult.
You suck, fucking dick. I ain't doing that again.
Mudahar! He played
One more
Bob's
try.
game?
Fuck Bob. Fuck Bob, man. Fuck Bob.
Mudahar is so young! What the fuck is this? He's a baby boy. That's so cute. Did he ever beat Bob's game? Come on now.
Fucking dick. I ain't doing that again. One more try. Fuck Bob. Fuck Bob, man. Fuck Bob. Okay.
Many who streamed themselves playing the demo had to run the emulator at half speed in order to progress.
And especially, you know, we're playing at like half speed here. Again, this would probably be a million times more difficult if it wasn't. I remember this being quite tough.
But the bones of the game were good. It was heavily autobiographical, and the metafictional elements, such as the cutscenes of Poloni in his room developing the game, worked much better as a part of the game's storyline than as a viral advertisement. With something tangible to offer, Poloni began to earn back some of the goodwill he'd lost with his protest. The demo proved that his game was real, even potentially good, and that Poloni was perhaps just a misguided individual who didn't understand
Really mean
how to
mugging
present
there.
himself.
I'm really not the best salesman. I am not a marketer, you know, I don't do a pitch.
A reporter for MTV News even confronted Reggie of Nintendo about their decision to deny Poloni developer status. He did submit to be a licensed developer, Reggie said. We evaluated the opportunity. We decided at this point in time he did not meet the requirements to be a licensed developer.
Yeah, this was the time when he was
the
shitting
interviewer
and
pushed for
showering in a room on
specifics,
stream,
Reggie
so...
replied, "We unfortunately cannot get into the details of Bob." Polony finally decided to submit Bob's game to other publishers such as Sony and Steam, but he was rejected there as well, which Polony attributed to his notoriety. At this point, Polony could have released the game himself, like many had been suggesting for years. He'd done the hard work of creating the game and the near impossible task of marketing it himself, albeit at the expense of his own reputation. People were waiting for his game, and he needed only to give it to them.
Maybe.
But Polony's grievances with Nintendo were clearly unresolved.
Whatever you want to do.
He'd long been calling Bob's game a killer app, a term used to describe software so good that it compels consumers to buy the hardware it's exclusive to. And if released on something other than the DS, Polony was sure Nintendo sales would suffer as a result. If Bob's game is
I actually didn't know Steam could reject games. I didn't know it was possible.
This could potentially lead to the DSi
I have literally bought a game on
completely
Steam that
useless as a
didn't have the
countermeasure.
executable
So
file
he
in it,
decided
meaning
to
I
release
bought
Bob's
something I
game
could never
via
play.
his own handheld video game console.
So I don't know how you get rejected.
This is the ND, the Indie Handheld Console. It's about the size of a micro, with a larger screen, more buttons, and a faster CPU.
According to Polony, the ND would be made cheaply by a Chinese company called Dingo, and would be sold cheaply as well. $20, which included a copy of Bob's game, with an open invitation for all indie developers to port their games and keep 90% of the revenue. For Polony, this would both be a way of getting back at Nintendo for rejecting him and satisfy his desire to release Bob's game on a physical medium. But as usual, things didn't go the way Polony envisioned. As soon as I opened the site, the wiki got vandalized by trolls, he wrote, replacing the download page for the SDK with insults. Polony couldn't secure the funding needed to scale the console, and despite even beginning to build a library of games submitted by other independent developers, the ND ultimately had a predictable conclusion. It fizzled out before ever seeing the light of day. And Polony's last-ditch attempt to either join Nintendo or beat them at their own game came to an end.
Oh shit. Son of a bitch.
In the following
so then he created The
indie
Witcher.
gaming saw something of a boom, with several games developed by a single person or very small teams, releasing to critical and commercial success.
Well, games are a lot more accessible now. Creating games is a lot easier now. It's easier to make them and to sell them and to survive off them. So it's good to see indie games, which is kind of that corner of the market where you've got small teams making weird games that can still survive next to the AAA games. I think is a good thing.
Independent creators who Polony had befriended at past developer conferences began releasing their games. Tim Rogers went on to see success with Ziggurat. Phil Fish, who Polony had reportedly offended by stating his game looked like Cave Story, eventually released Fez, also to widespread acclaim.
That, I don't remember what, but why was Fez so controversial again? Real quick, just give me the cliff notes, because I remember Fez had big fucking controversy. Thanks for the gift sub, nerd. I can look it up, but I'm just gonna go to the chat first, just think maybe you can give me like a concise explanation. Phil Fish is an asshole, and that's about it. Oh. Oh shit, okay.
But over the next couple years, news of Bob's game was sparse to non-existent. Polony would occasionally upload to his YouTube channel, but with the videos only a few seconds long and devoid of any content, they seemed to only serve as a reminder to the few who were still paying attention that he was still around.
Wow.
Those still checking in on his website
surreal.
were met with Polony's quote, ascension into the true prophet and savior of mankind.
Well, it's
but
about
whether
time.
he was still making progress on Bob's game was unclear. When Polony began making Bob's game in 2003, he'd intended it for the Game Boy Advance. But with the release of the 3DS in 2011, a third Nintendo handheld console generation had passed him by, and Bob's game was further than ever from being released on it. It seemed Bob's game had been indefinitely postponed. But in April of 2014, a Kickstarter surfaced. The game had either returned or Polony was setting up another viral campaign. Supporters approached with cautious optimism. The product description featured Poloni's trademark hyperbole. Bob's game is the most important thing to happen to mankind in hundreds, if not thousands of years. Bob's game is the vehicle for a prophecy written by a self-taught genius prophet. It carries within it a message that will revolutionize society and change the world. It is the beginning of a new era for mankind. Despite the theater, the game itself was looking good, and now boasted such features as character customization, cleaner-looking graphics, and improved mini-games with alleged multiplayer capabilities.
Whoa! Whoa! You telling me and my friends can play some Bob's game together?
Of all, there was no mention of attempting to goad Nintendo into releasing it. Poloni's struggles had been incorporated into the game itself, with the plot centering around a young, aspiring developer attempting to break past Nintendo's gatekeeping in order to release his game. But it seemed Robert no longer felt the need to sabotage his own ambitions in order to make his life imitate his work. He announced the game would be released on other platforms in December of that year. Poloni wrote he was inspired to make the Kickstarter by his friend Alex Peak, who'd raised over $170,000 for his game Code Hero. But Robert's target was...
Did that game ever come out? Sorry, it's a Kickstarter. I'd like to know if it ever came out. Code Hero? All I can find is their Kickstarter. Did Code Hero ever release? The release date is to be announced. Oh wait, no. Hold on. Okay, I'm confused. In August 2013, beta version of the game became available to download on Primer Labs' website. Announcement date of April 22nd, 2014 indicated that version 0.5 was forthcoming. Primer Labs' website went down in 2014, and the company's Facebook and Twitters have been inactive since 2012. But then in 2015, they reopened with updates, but the next version of 0.5 was never released. And then it says after that, the game was updated in 2017. So did the game come out or what? Because on Wikipedia, it still says to be announced. Thanks to the tier 1 not Christian Baron and resub your dog trash. Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of Miami at all. Dreadfully overpriced. Half of this shit just doesn't like work well. Took us 2 hours to leave the stadium because the way they set it up is you single file line onto a main street that Ubers will not pick you up on. So yeah, I just don't like Miami at all. At all. Let me go on their Kickstarter. Let's see what the comments say. Code Hero April update from April 3rd of 2014. Sorry to say that I'm leaving the project. This is from the creator. Oh, no, sorry. Project coordinator. Sorry, I'm leaving the project. So the game never came out. That is every single fucking Kickstarter. It is amazing to me that people still put money into Kickstarter games or Indiegogo campaigns. Amazing. Thanks to sub Shifty and Nainavi.
Was much smaller. At $10,000, he was asking his backers for the means to buy what he called a hack van, which would be a cargo van fitted with solar panels from which to live.
Yeah, I know Bob's game is on
Anything
Steam.
less,
I'm not gonna play
and
it.
he promised to give up on Bob's game forever. In order to fully explain some of the weird choices behind his campaign, Poloni released an autobiography on his website. It's nearly book length and oddly confessional, with stories ranging from accidentally killing his pet kitten when he was younger to angrily quoting Head Like a Hole lyrics at his parents. He wrote that he'd been inspired by the Year Zero alternate reality game from 9 Inch Nails, a multimedia dystopian experience aimed at the Bush administration. Poloni's live stream and 100-day protest were an attempt to create a similar campaign targeting Nintendo. I was going to become the 9 Inch Nails of video games, Poloni wrote. It was going to be the coolest thing anyone had ever done in video games.
Is this Robert playing DDR? Because he's pretty good.
His connection to Nintendo seemed to run deep.
I was solid.
For every major event in his life, from dropping out of high school to his first girlfriend, Poloni recalls what video game he was playing at the time.
Yeah,
almost
it's in the
always
chat,
a Nintendo
Boombox.
title. He wrote of spending summers repeatedly playing through Super Mario 64. It always felt strange and lonely when I finally got to the castle roof, he wrote, so I would start over again. Perhaps that's why, in the end, Poloni wasn't able to bring himself to release Bob's Game without them. He reached his $10,000 Kickstarter goal, but the December release date came and went, with Bob's Game nowhere to be found. Backers grew worried, and eventually upset. And in the rare moments Poloni provided an update, he did little to inspire confidence. As the months went by, news of Kickstarter refunds began to surface.
Imagine you just take $10,000 from people and all you can say is, I'm turning into God. Fuck. I cannot believe people still fucking give money to Kickstarters.
Little to inspire
Crazy.
confidence. As the months went by, news of Kickstarter refunds began to surface. Bob's website featured a disclaimer stating that he intended to reimburse those who'd helped finance his game, and that he was currently looking for other work. Uploads to his website and YouTube channel stopped for more than a year, until the summer of 2016 when Bob's Game appeared to be available for free on Steam and itch.io.
There it is!
But those who downloaded it didn't find the RPG they were expecting.
Oh.
What is it, just Tetris? You make
Mudahar
Tetris
again!
I thought you had a whole DS game, dude. What the fuck is this?
Instead, they found the game within a game that you, the game's protagonist, was said to have been developing throughout the Bob's Game storyline.
What? You turned it into Dr. Mario now. I'm confused, Bob. You're scaring me. What is the game anymore?
Many who'd expected the game they'd been following for the past 8 years felt they'd been misled once again. And when Poloni began to move on to other projects, such as this, quote, billion-dollar edu game that would replace K-12 education, it seemed Bob's Game had truly come to an end.
That sounds like an Indiegogo campaign. I'm going to change the way we breathe using my new device that you wear around your wrist. Our goal is flexible at $4 million.
The saga of Bob's Game, while unique in its own way, is not without its parallels. Stories of independent developers responding to the sudden rush of attention they've received.
This man didn't even finish K-12 education. True, he dropped out.
Phil Fish
which is why he's replacing it.
After the success of Fez, claiming YouTubers who played his game on their channel owed him advertising.
That's fucking right. I remember that now. Oh, I totally fucking forgot about that meltdown. Yeah. Classic Fish.
Revenue before quitting the industry out of spite because he believed his fans didn't deserve anything else from him. Once Alex Mahan became popular after well-known YouTubers streamed the demo for his anime-inspired stealth action title Yandere Simulator.
Oh, classic!
Oh, she woke up!
Thanks to resub Kariba, Prime Turkey.
His game fell into developmental purgatory while Mahan's personal reputation was marred by outbursts and accusing fans of slowing progress by sending him too many emails.
When you send me a stupid email, you are actively sabotaging the game's development.
True. You ruined
Other
it.
independent video game
You
developers,
did,
however,
pussy.
seem to handle the pressure and expectations well.
We have Yandere Dev right, or
comparison
Sim right
against the
now.
ones who don't.
Not for your emails.
It's impossible to know how one will respond when something they've put into the world is positively received, and they find themselves, usually for the first time in their lives, in front of an audience. Poloni has remained largely silent in recent years. He's been banned from updating his own Wikipedia page for failing to follow editing guidelines. He'll occasionally
I didn't even know you could be
appear in
banned from
discussions
Wikipedia.
whenever the subject of his game comes up, always quick to assure his fans that he's still working on Bob's
The
game,
Messiah.
but vague as to the
Nice.
specifics. Reggie Fils-Aimé stepped down as the president of Nintendo of America in 2019. His replacement is fittingly named Doug Bowser. Perhaps Poloni would find him more
I'm pretty sure Doug
receptive
Bowser's
to a renewed
dead.
campaign to bring Bob's game
He hasn't
to
been seen
Nintendo
since
once
his
and for all.
announcement.
But if something like that is in the works, no one knows but Bob himself.
Bob's Game at the Nintendo World Store.
We're going to purchase a DS and we're going to play it here.
You're gonna love it. I know you. You're gonna really love it.
That's the reaction that
That was great.
Yes, we've got a question from our listeners, and here
Another great video from Atrocity Guide. I didn't know anything about Bob's Game. I'd actually never even heard of it, which is crazy to me if it really was that big of a deal, because I was glued to the internet. Always have been. So for that to slip under my radar is shocking. Yeah, I've seen that, Delskrit. Yeah, I am going to check his website real quick, though, before we get off the Bob's Game train. Alright, let's see. What in the fuck is this? I don't think this is the right website. I definitely can't show this on stream. Is his website not Bob's Game? The first thing here just says this person and this person have 350 counts of contempt and multiple accounts of child sexual abuse with direct recorded testimony from multiple children, child psychological abuse and brainwashing, threatening child to cover up kidnap. What is this? Is this the wrong website? It has to be. What the fuck is that? What was the website in the video?
Sabotaging behavior deserve title. Something they've put into the Warriors game, but Vegas to the Bob's game, but and however purgatory out of spite because he believed his title game that expected the game
Where did she show the website again?
He did little to he did disclaimer stating.
Oh my god, it is the same website. What the fuck is this? Wow, that's real fucking weird. Thanks to the resub Grass, Milkman, Reese's, and the Prime Joshua. Hey, well, appreciate it, Lootbox. No, it's the same site, man. It's just really disturbing. No, I'm not scrolling down. I went far enough on that site. I'm definitely not going back. Yeah, I'm just going to assume Bob lost that domain at some point and some crazy asshole took it over. I have a hard time believing, not that I know Robert Poloni personally or like anything about him outside of this video, but I cannot imagine he did that. Thanks for the gift sub, Loki. The judge that went viral for his unique punishments. Seen it. Thanks to give some Joshua. I just don't like Jubilee. Jubilee is not very fun anymore. Every video is just people trying to be friendly with each other instead of go for like a big dubski. I don't know. The new Fred video is an hour and it's pretty late. didn't expect to go so deep on the Bob's game. I might just save that for another night. Thanks to Resub Yard and the Resub Sleepy. I'm not doing Darman tonight. We'll save Darman as well. Thanks to Prime, got a cold. We did Court Cam last night. We're all caught up. Let's watch some hentai. Good idea. Sure, we'll do some Forge and Fire. Thanks to Prime, Adam. Korean Waldo. Thanks to
So
Prime.
I decided as a little
Swedish
decorative embellishment to add a
and
little
MGM.
grip to the handle. I'm going to flute and inlay some
No, I only do that to people I know,
I'm
Loot
using
Box.
Imperial Red and Royal
Sorry,
Blue
man.
to honor the colors of the Korean flag. So I'm pleased. So I grabbed some pink paracord that I'm going to use to wrap the areas between the collars. And then I have a pink wood stain that I'm going to stain the hickory with.
Maybe at some
When I do a
point
knife
trees,
show, I
who
always have
knows?
one knife on my table that has a pink handle. It's not the typical looking thing, but I think it looks kind of neat, so I'm going to go with it. I think this is a solid piece. I think it'll test well.
It does look
Let's
good.
See what happens.
Up straight. That's good.
It's not really like a huge
This blade
victory.
is a little awkward. It's a weird shape. I need a specific edge on this thing that's going to hold up during these tests and still stay sharp. Damon, he's an excellent smith. Can't wait to see what he brings, but you
Don't
know,
think
I hope
2
mine's
pounds of
just
metal
a
costs that
little
much.
bit better.
I don't think you can just buy 2 pounds though, right? If you have your own little forge, you're not going to be buying just 2 pounds. You're going to need to have it on hand just in
45 years
case.
old. Started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I think I will skip.
Is there anything inside the vehicle that we should know about?
The glove box, I think I have a set of handcuffs and some extra ammunition for the handgun.
Have I played Fall Guys recently? No. Thanks for resub, cool.
For now, that'll conclude our interview. More likely,
I skipped too
somebody
far.
else will give you a phone call later on and just try to go a little bit more in depth, okay? Sit in back of my car, alright?
Alright.
Do you have anything on you, man? Any weapons or anything? Okay.
Keys, wallet.
That's fine. Just have a seat, alright?
Alright.
Alright, this is just a little too long. I'm going to assume it's kind of like Jeremy DeWitt, where they just say, like, hey, you can't do this, and arrest him. Oh, nothing like that, loot box. The only stock I own is whatever Reddit says is stock that they want to pump. So AMC and shit. Thanks to the tier 1 chap. What's Dobbsland? Disney people by Oh My Disney.
I'm Steve Dobbs, and I built a Disney-inspired amusement park in my backyard.
Oh, that's so sweet. Hey, Steve. Cost $400 to visit.
Yeah, my first experience with
This is very loud.
Disneyland that I can remember, I was 7 years old. I used to bike over to where they were building Disneyland, and we were wondering, what is this place?
Hey, some
So we
squash.
rode over there, and they finally built it. We used to go over there, and you could get in for $1. I walked in, it was like nothing I'd ever seen before. You were immersed in this sort of a fantasy world kind of thing. And we
Yeah,
wandered
but Disney
around there
kinda
all
sucks
day and
now.
just
It's just
played
kinda
there.
boring.
So it became my backyard. Right now we're at my home, the site of what we call Dobbsland, our little backyard theme park we built for the grandkids. Who is it? Hey guys, hey Micah. Welcome to Dobbsland.
It started off when my kids were really little. We didn't have Dobbsland.
There's
My
some
dad probably
shroom
hadn't even conceived
and
Dobbsland.
Squire.
But he conceived the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in cardboard.
It looks like a real pirate ship.
It does. And they thought it was a
What? This guy is a convicted child molester. That sounds unlikely. Seems like a good guy. Yep, you're just lying. Classic. Not a single thing about that anywhere.
Real pirate ship.
Come on in. This is Main Street. It's still under construction. This is some of the newer parts that we're building. The first we have is the Main Street Cinema. And the idea here is the kids come by and they can watch some of the old Disney cartoons here. So after you finish walking Main Street,
this is just so fucking wholesome.
This is Dobbs Land. Okay, we call this Tiny World. It's smaller than Small World attraction at Disneyland. This is the very first attraction that we made. We take Micah to Disneyland. When he loved the train going around the park, so we bought him this train that you could ride, this electric train. But it came with track and it's just in a circle. Now that gets boring after a while.
I would have loved this place as a kid. This looks more fun than Disney. At least you can actually do something here.
Tunnels. He'd yell, tunnel!
Just sit out in the heat and die.
So I got a cardboard box and cut it out, made a little tunnel out of it. And then I thought, well, I got to have something in the tunnel.
His goal was to recycle stuff he already had in the garage, to find a second use for it. We used to put puzzles together every Christmas.
So instead of throwing them out, I decided just to make a tunnel out of the puzzle boards.
And Charlie, I want to break up with my girlfriend, but she's psychotic. What's your advice?
My wife was doing
You can try faking your own death.
Collections. I said, you know what? I could take those
that
dolls,
might work.
Put motors on them, and use the puzzle boards as a box to make a, sort of like a little small world ride. So that was sort of the birth of Dobbs Land. Repurposing stuff we were just going to throw away. And I said, well, that's not quite enough. So then I made a submarine ride out of a trash can. I cut it in half. I put it in
trash can submarine.
This little conning tower here to make a little submarine.
It's genius.
A little bit like the Finding Nemo submarine attraction at Disneyland. Inside here are portholes where the kids drive the electric train through, and they can see different things swimming around in there. Once I got the bug for it, I'd work till 1:32 in the morning. Then go to work the next day. This is my workbench where I build a lot of the parts of the Dobbs Land. As I come up with ideas for other things, I try to design them way before I even build them. So you can see various concepts. I get an idea, I just go sketch it out. Here's the original castle. This was done a while ago. So
it always shocks me that those are the blueprints to things.
Fantasyland Castle,
just looks like
but
scribbles.
It's themed differently. The grandkids love the movie Frozen. So I made it a Frozen theme, and here you can see Anna and Elsa peeking through the windows here.
That might be good advice, Loot. Who knows?
The next one is the Matterhorn. I remember when I was a kid, I'll never forget, my mom and I were driving from someplace, and I saw the Matterhorn being built, and I yelled, "Mom, what's that?" And she almost crashed, and she chewed me out for scaring her because I saw this big mountain being built out of steel. That
fucking steers off the bridge.
That's why I thought the roller coaster theme.
Disney ruins the whole family.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, see you later. The Matterhorn was a senior project by Cal Poly Engineering students, team of 9 seniors, and they worked 6 months on it. I said, you guys better make this safe because my grandkids are going to ride it.
That was smart.
My dad loved Disneyland from the time that it first opened.
And he always said, I watched Disneyland get built. Like, I watched it being built. He knew his whole life that's what he wanted to do, and that's what he did.
My favorite ride's the roller coaster. I like Small World, and I like the castle. It feels like I want to be like an engineer. I think I'm going to draw up a ride and present it. Like,
there's a Hunter x Hunter episode
ride.
this summer?
It would be like a baseball ride. I want to make a slime ride.
My dad started seeing the joy on my kids' face and started realizing this is a fun way to bond.
What a nice guy.
Get them involved in this creation process.
I've got 5 grandkids, and those grandkids are just out.
That was sweet. That was just wholesome. Good for Steve. Oh, he even got a YouTube channel. That was sweet. Hunter x Hunter isn't ever coming back. That's kind of what I think, but let's see if that guy's telling the truth. Hunter x Hunter, he said the episode is in September. Don't see anything about that. Are people just coming in here and making shit up? Like, what is even the point? It takes me 2 seconds and it doesn't really do anything. It's just, okay. I guess you got me. I Googled it. It doesn't bother me either way. I think the show's dead in the water. I don't think it's ever going to get finished. The manga will never get finished, thus the show won't continue. So it's not like I was expecting anything. Exit Prime, Omnipotent Kiwi, Jigo, and Resub Razor. Yeah, I'm sure ReZero will get a 3rd season. Why will the manga never finish? The guy just takes extremely long hiatus constantly. And I just feel like he's going to do exactly what he did with Yu Yu Hakusho and lose interest at some point. Yeah, plus he does have health issues from what I've read. I don't know too much about him. I only really know of him from Yu Yu Hakusho and the train wreck of the ending that he did with that. No, it's just a little late to do Fred's video because it's over an hour. Well, it is exactly an hour. And it's already 1:30. So I was just doing some shorter ones and probably just going to call it a night here in a minute. That sounds pretty cool than trees. First I've heard of that. We've watched all of Stan Lee's Superhumans. I don't think we've missed any episodes. Unless they've uploaded new ones, but I doubt they have. Wow. They're still uploading oh my god. Well, that's exciting. This show is so goofily fun. Well, we're definitely going to do some Superhuman soon. From out of fucking nowhere, they just started re-uploading more Superhumans. They went so long without doing any more. I thought they were done. Nah, it's way too late. Not doing it tonight. Thanks to resub Travis, Pandarose, and the gift sub Channy, and resub Unkempt. World of Woman's Self-Defense. Oh, is that one of those scam courses? We've done all of those. It's actually really, really bad shit, to be honest. What am I looking for? Like this? What to do if you're fighting the Juggernaut from Modern Warfare, I guess. Get out of here!
How to
Go back to
yourself as a
Roblox.
woman. Option number 1, don't be a woman. Option number 2, watch these very instructional and useful woman self-defense videos. Before this goes on, that was just a joke. I can already feel the simps of the internet typing out their comment. Excuse me, my MySpace girlfriend could beat the shit out of you. It's okay, I'm just joking. Calm down. Go back to sniffing bus seats. You're okay.
Had a request for a video showing how to defend yourself against a rear grab. We demonstrate this exact scenario in our Fast Defense seminar. The following is footage from my last seminar showing how to defend yourself against a rear bear hug grab. Attacks are gonna come. I'm gonna come behind you, so to reach around.
I like he's wearing dick protection.
You're gonna turn, slap, 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 turn, eyes, then knee strike. Okay, knee, until I go to the position. I'm gonna come forward and no, slap.
Yeah, take this! Take this! And then maybe a little of this. And then this! Good combo.
Then I go
And then while he's down, yeah, then you go for the old dick twist.
If you don't give the man consent,
Where can
to
I
touch
find
you,
that video, like in full?
he can't legally touch you.
True. I actually really want to find that now. Hold on. Where would I find that? Woman, self-defense, rear hug. Oh, that's dangerous. Hold on. Let me do that on another screen. Yeah, I made the right call. I can't find this video though. I think this is it.
I don't want to see people go to the ground.
It's not the same video, but it's the same guy, right?
Yeah, just give the leg. You're stomping.
Remember it. Dick, dick, dick. Eyes, eyes, eyes. Oh, it's not the same guy. Nice tier 1 Lucio and the Prime Thick Boy. Good luck, Primal. Thanks, man. Is this it? What the fuck? Why is there so much? Is this like a fetish? I think this might be the guy.
If the person puts you in a bear hug, here, boom, what do you want to do?
I can't tell.
It feels really strong, right? Drop your weight so he can't pick me up. I become heavy. From there, grab the balls and squeeze the fuck out of
This is the guy.
Okay? You could headbutt
The
backwards,
ball guru.
bump him with your bum, squeeze. I felt a little bit. That's it. I squeeze the ball, let go. So if you squeeze the balls, I hit, boom, elbows. Remember,
This guy's the
elbows,
master of dick
palm
foo.
strikes, hammer fists, eye gouging, neck cranking, hair pulling, ripping. That's all.
Genius. So it's this guy, right? For sure. Let's see. Rear hug. The fence against a full Nelson. Who? If you found yourself getting surprised by a full Nelson, I think it's gone too far. I think your goose is cooked.
Hey guys, Nick Gerosos in Code Red Defense. We're gonna look at the full Nelson. I've seen this once pulled out in a street fight when I was working outside the club, where one guy put the other guy in a full Nelson, was holding him, the other guy's just cracking him in the face. So the first thing again is awareness. How did the person?
I bet he goes for a kick on the balls.
Okay, so if you're
just a
walking,
theory.
you feel an attacker's coming closer.
I feel like I know his
Engage
jutsu.
conversation. What do you want? Can I help you? If my intuition tells me something is wrong, listen to it. Okay? Don't just keep walking thinking, oh, it's nothing. Okay? If the person grabs you, the instant he grabs you, you have only seconds. So put me in the full Nelson. Seconds to move. What you want to do is drop your weights. First thing, why? Because if not, they're going to start throwing you around
tier 1.
the ball or whatever it is, right? So first thing you want to do is
Head
drop
fam?
your weight, close up right away so you can have control of the arms. From there, you want to strike the groin.
I knew it was coming.
Find a way.
Right in the nutsack. Yes.
Strike the groin, try
Tug
to
on
find
it.
a way to
Rip
open
at
up
it.
Again.
Juggle
Remember,
it
you
even.
want to face the
Maybe
attacker
blow
as
on it
quickly
if
as
possible.
From there, I'm just looking at a couple of things I could do. I could probably use maybe the leg to trip him. If not, he would move out, strike the balls, come around as quickly as possible and get into the strike.
I'm giving him shit, but that's exactly how I would fight.
The objective is
Somebody
to
surprises me, I'm going right for nuts.
as quickly as possible. This is about seconds. So once it's on, boom, I drop, grab the balls, crack it, come over here, elbow, okay? Elbow this way, turn around, face the attacker, and start striking. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Yeah, that should help.
1.5 hour video on common attacks, where you could learn a lot of these
Very nice. That was good. Yeah, maybe Rezo. Thank you for the 4,500 bits, Steven. Jesus Christ. And there kind of is, but anyone can open a dojo. I wonder what his defense for a rear naked choke is. I wonder if it has to do with hitting his balls.
Okay? Once it's on, there's a lot of, like, you have only a couple of seconds. But how did the attackers... Release pad? How did the attackers...
Please, you're hurting me. God, oh my God. Please stop. Holy shit, too much.
To here, without you know, number one, if you're walking and somebody's behind you, especially if you're in code red and you're standing alone, turn around, face the attacker. Stop him right there. Engage.
Yeah, but we've already fucked up and we're in a rear naked,
he gets
so help.
Close, the instant
help
you
me.
feel the arm, what you want to do, the first thing in...
Drop your weight. Drop your weight.
So already you're blocking him.
Ball level.
So tuck in my chin. The next thing I want to do is bring down the arm and drop my weight. By dropping my weight, I know he won't be able to
throw that ass back.
Side or back. So I drop my weight and I go directly into my strikes.
Yes.
Arm, elbows, and as quickly as
Classic.
possible. I don't want to do this. I actually, as I go down, and I strike here and here, I want to turn around and...
I feel like every technique this guy has targets the balls.
Okay? From there, I'm going to headbutt. I can use the arm. I can elbow up. I can strike. But remember, every time your back is faced with an attacker, your objective is to start striking and turning around as quickly as possible.
Okay,
Again,
very good. Establishing chest to back. How to end a fight in seconds. This has 13 million views.
I want to put as many odds to my favor as possible. People say, is it a cheap shot? All right, maybe it's a cheap shot, but do I rather take a beating or take a chance of having, you know, something first, man? I want to put as many odds to my favor as possible. Huge when you're faced against a bigger attacker. People tell me, what's the secret? How do you take out a larger and bigger attacker? Gotta hit first, man. I want to put as many odds to my favor as possible. People say, is it a cheap shot?
I'm not sure,
maybe
Steven.
it's a cheap shot, but do I rather take a beating or take a chance of having somebody like Gio who's literally, you know, overweighs me by a lot more, let him hit me first, or do I go first? I'd rather hit first and take my
Whatever,
chances.
Dane Cook,
Again,
just hit his fucking
You want
balls.
to try to verbally diffuse a situation. You want to de-escalate, but when you've done everything you can,
Sack, tap him.
The attacker's no longer communicating.
That's why I signed up for these courses.
Well, you got to go preemptive. You got to hit first. Or you can take a chance and say, well, you know, I want to be a good Samaritan and I don't want to have problems with the law, and take a chance where he might go preemptive on you and he might, you know, send you to the hospital and be like, well, you know, at least I, you know, a little bit low, slowly to bring him down. I'm gonna start tilting my head down like I'm talking to him. I won't make an eye contact. But whack! I'm just gonna explode straight into the facial area. You have what? Double palm strike. So if I'm faced again here with my attacker, one hand.
But his balls are exposed. Let's attack those.
Snap the neck, driving the power forward, snapping the head back, creating a lot of damage right into the head.
Yes.
You got hammer fist. So if I'm here, I'm talking to the attacker, boom, straight into the bridge of the nose, right? Again, hammer fist is a very powerful strike, right? So if I'm
I
here,
bet that
I'll go
didn't
straight
feel
into the
good.
bridge of the nose. From there, the fight doesn't end. I always say, no matter what strike is going to be your first strike, I look at it as a machine gun. If I'm going to headbutt, I'm not just going to headbutt. If I headbutt, I'm going to go right into palms, elbows, neck cranks. I want to make sure that I don't give him 1 second to gain any kind of momentum. I want to disorient him as quickly as possible, hit him with big blows and finish the fight.
This
So
isn't
you got
very
the headbutt.
useful. That wouldn't be practical in a real world fight. He didn't even target his cock. Man approaching you in the streets. Women's self-defense tips.
He might not. He might just talk to you. He might just. I want to see. Yeah, I want to see at what point do you bring your hands up? How do you move? How do you follow the attacker? At what point do you feel you need to strike? He might attack you. Because I also don't want to develop, you know, if the person comes close to you. Yes. Or he walks up to you.
This is way too long. I don't want to watch the whole thing. So is this not the guy who dressed up in like a giant like bomb defusal kit for self-defense? How to disarm a weapon?
Man, what do you want? Here's my watch. Here's my money. Please don't kill me. I don't want to die. What do you want? I'll give you whatever you want. You start negotiating. You start look like. right?
My advice, never do this.
Once I do this, he's gonna punch, he's gonna tackle me, the gun's gonna be here. You won't even know where the gun is. That's how fast it's gonna happen. So, now what we're gonna do is, we're gonna do a small drill where...
God damn it, okay. Who was the guy that fucking dressed up then? How many guys preached slapping balls? Thanks for resub, Lil Seuss. Probably loot. What was it? Oh, chat has it? Tim Rosalini. Tim Rosanelli, I see. Are we sure? How to make soil blocks? Soil blocks are the bomb? Are we positive we've got the right guy? He's the one who talks about 3 ball strikes, the slap, 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 clap, 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 and then like into the eyes? Are we sure? Maximum impact karate. Okay. I guess we'll see. This is the most popular video. How to throw knives. Okay. Rear. Fun with a rear naked choke. Oh, here it is. Nice.
Hey YouTube. How to
knee strike. Okay,
Nice. You killed him. Watch out, Bomberman sneaking up from behind. Oh, God. He didn't expect that. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. He's dead. It's like a little dance. Oh, no. Surprise attack. You didn't poke his eyes enough.
Stop, look around, go get it.
It's crazy to think they paid for this.
Hands up, look around, go get it.
What am I watching? You're watching martial arts, pussy. Yeah, I understand that you're a gamer, right? Like fucking Dorito dust on your fingers. You don't know how to handle a rear bear hug, right? You don't understand how to defend yourself against an attacker. That's what I'm trying to teach you, okay? So just fucking sit there and learn, alright? This is mixed martial arts, and you need to accept that. This might save your life, alright? Now don't question Master Tim again. Bully defense for a kid. Does it change? Double blades with takedown.
Okay, so today we're going to do self-defense for a hook punch.
Thanks to resub Hazard, K Villa, and King Ink in the tier 1 lead.
Stance.
Give some
comes
clear wood.
in, okay, with the hook punch. All I'm going to do is this is called double blades. So you're going to
I
use
did
2
loot
blades
box.
like this.
And thanks for the bit science.
Step in into a worse stance. So go. Good. Now the Japanese, they call this the mountain posture because it's kind of like, you know, a mountain with 2 peaks. So you're going to be right like this. Then you're going to grab here, you're going to bring your hand in, and you're going to strike to the neck.
Like in
when
Austin
you strike to the
Powers.
neck, that's where the carotid artery is. So it's going to actually disrupt, it can cause unconsciousness or dizziness. Then from here, we're just going to take a hook with our hand, grab behind, then you're going to pull them down, and then you're going to strike to the stomach.
Very good. Okay, I can do that. Ah!
All right, now we're going to do the next step. So first thing we did, we're
Easy.
here. He comes in with a strike. I just block.
I dare you to throw a wild lariat strike at me now that I'm
The
trained.
next step is a takedown. So from here, I'm going to just continue to push his head down as I step back, and I'm just going to rotate him around this way so he turns down to the ground. Okay, just like
Only
that.
works if they want to fall, though. If they don't want to, it's going to be a little harder.
All right,
But most
so
people
here's
want to
the
fall.
follow-up, guys. When you're doing techniques, you're always thinking about what the next follow-up might be. So watch, right from here, I'm here. He comes in with this big punch. I'm going to do my mountain
What did he
punch
say?
with blades. Grab.
Did he say he comes in with his big dick? Man, this guy's always got cock on the mind for self-defense.
Here, he comes in with his big punch. I'm gonna do my,
He absolutely
double blades. Grab, strike. I come in with my knee strike.
Well, let's just hit him in the fucking balls.
I bring him
Let's
up
go back to
like
the
this, and I
classics.
get right behind him. Okay, now right from here, I can slide this hand in, grab my own arm, then bring it in this way. Okay, and then if I really want to put it on him, I just lift up.
And then push his fucking face into his dick and make him suck it. Make him suck his own fucking dick.
Okay.
Alright, not bad, not bad. What a kid should do if they're lifted up by a child abductor. Thanks for the bits again, Loot. I appreciate that, but nah, man, I only raid people I know. Fast defense getting owned by a girl with bunny ears.
Hey guys, Sensei Tim from Maximum Impact Karate. This video is kind of a funny video from my Fast Defense certification. I hope you've been enjoying all the videos.
I have. Hey, when it works, it works. Oh, she's rampaging! Christ, the predators are out in full swing today. Nice. Is that the only self-defense he gives for women? Balls, 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 eyes, 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 knee, knee, knee? Surely there's got to be more to it. What if, and this is far-fetched, but what if hitting him in the balls with an open slap isn't an option? Nah, now we're just talking crazy. Thanks for the $1, Ken. Yeah, I was stupid. I don't know what I was thinking. Getting medieval on the new Predator armor.
One of my favorite movies of all time is Pulp Fiction. I love that line where he says, getting medieval. So here's a video of my wife and I getting medieval on the new Predator suits during our fast defense training.
Alright, please, it's YouTube. Let's calm down. We can't see that. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, what the fuck is this? Oh, that's good advice, actually. Go get help. He forgot to poke her eyes. Oh, Jesus Christ! Man, this is a sold-out dojo. It is popping off. Alright, what else we got? Fuck, I'm fucking glued to these again. Going in the martial arts rabbit hole always leads to just so many fucking videos that I binge. Where's his combat stuff? Oh, sweet potatoes. Maybe in a minute, man. Thanks to Resub Cowboy. Eskrima? What's that? I got my answer, I suppose. Okay. Is that it? Whoops, misclick. Jesus, just take me to the playlist.
On our last two videos, and right from here we switch legs.
I'm assuming an Eskrima is just a stick. Beck's Life kickboxing workout, karate throws, BJJ grappling, Hyun Nidan Bukai.
Hand it up. Hush.
When I did Taekwondo, I did shit just like this. Okay, pretty good. Thanks to 2 gifts of Shirley Temple. Yeah, that sounds about right, loot box. We need to see a kickboxing match between Tim and Jose Canseco. That'd be too powerful. What if you got attacked by someone who doesn't have balls? Well, then you just have to die, I guess. I don't know. I'm only trained in the defense against balls. What do you want from me, man? You go for the nipples. Yeah, if the balls aren't an option, you gotta go for just a titty twister. 3 squeezes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then eyes. And then you go right back into the full combo. And then finish with the fatality. That is also an option, loot box. Alright, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm getting tired. We'll do the new Frederick Knudsen video next time. It was just kind of late, and I didn't really want to go for an hour more, so we'll save it for the next one. Same with the Superhumans. Thanks everyone for tuning in. To everyone who donated, big thank you. New subs, welcome aboard, and thanks for the resub, Acorn. All the new subs, it really means a lot to me. Thank you for the generosity. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you again. I will toss you to... Edgar hasn't been on in a while. I'll toss you to Edgar. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great night. See ya.